Hi, I'm Gavin Cash, and I'm playing Clint Brazos, a scion of the Morrigan.
Hello, I'm Gary, and I'll be playing Oliver Bright, a scion of Ogma.
Hello, I'm Sticker, and I'll be playing Coda Massaquoi, the scion of the Steppe.
Hello, I'm Solomon, and I will be playing as Andre Briscoe, the scion of Hephaestus.
Hello, I'm Heretic, and I will be playing Steffan Varger, scion of Lugh.
Hi, I'm Bookkeeper, and I'm playing Lugh, a god of the Tuatha De Danann.
Hello, I'm Overthinker, and I will be playing Loki, the god of mischief.
And I'm Bloodied Porcelain. I'll be your storyteller for the evening. When last we left off, Clint, Andre, and Coda pulled off perhaps the heist of the century, breaking into a well-fortified building housing a number of Titan spawn, fallen scions, and mortal thralls in order to steal the feather of an angel. They spent a lot of time planning, and somehow, beyond impossible odds, managed to pull it off without breaking the feather, which they had been warned by Bastet, goddess of cats. If that were to happen, it would have dire, potentially deadly consequences. By the end of it, Ian had been battered and bruised and was on the verge of death. Pele lost one of his 9 lives, but they were able to succeed, and they handed over the feather, thus completing their final labor. They were left with tickets to fly home to the US, tickets to fly back to Greece to pick up Oliver, and then from there to fly home to the US, where they would presumably report to the Aesir and their overworld and retrieve Steffan Varger from Loki's prison before taking him onward to meet with the Tuatha De Danann and his future adoptive father. So we are going to pick up from there. First, we're gonna start with our 3 triumphant thieves in the night, and let them have a few minutes to talk in the aftermath of their job. Bastet has moved on to deal with other things. She has other children to check in with and responsibilities that she has to see to. But you have been left in this safe house. Your flight leaves later in the day, but you've still got a few hours before you need to leave. So is there anything you all would like to talk about or maybe have a look at that you brought back with you?
Are we on the plane heading back when we do this?
You are in the safe house. You have a little bit to talk before you have to go get on the plane. I assumed you guys would want to talk where you're not going to be overheard by a bunch of mortals.
Yes.
Yeah. Andre's just looking at the helmet that he grabbed, and he's just like, man, this thing actually, I can feel the power from it. It just looks so doofy.
I don't know, it looks pretty cool.
What does it do?
I don't know. If I had to guess, it probably had to do something with these. And he just like puts his fingers like where the little vents are. Or maybe it actually lets me see things. And he just puts it on just to like check to see if there's something with the visor. I can feel the power in it.
For those watching at home, what Andre has just put onto his head is something that would be recognized by otaku everywhere, as the helmet looks exactly like a flight helmet from any modern day anime with giant robots and psychic pilots.
I mean, maybe the color don't match what you're going for too much, but it ain't that bad.
I mean, it's not bad. I'll use it if we can't find anyone who wants to take it off my hands and actually like get it back to where it belongs. But until then, I mean, I'd really like to figure out what exactly the hell's involved in it.
Well, figuring out where it belongs, has it got anybody's name in there somewhere? If you put it on, can you see something?
I don't see anything, but the design makes me think it might belong to the Amatsukami.
Andre, or
did.
I should ask you all a question. Are you all still hanging out in like the room where you talked to Bastet with like all the food and the hookahs and stuff?
I figured we were.
Yeah.
As long as it's a safe place.
In that case, Andre, will you roll me a wits and perception?
Oh, I would love to. Four successes.
As you are talking, and kind of grumping about the fact that it looks weird and it doesn't quite fit your aesthetic and you don't know what it does, you realize after a few moments that you can barely like smell the food, and you certainly don't feel the effects of being in a room with like hookahs that have actively been used recently. It's like you can't feel the smoke or anything in the air when you breathe in.
Huh. Well, if nothing else, I know it's good at filtration. At filtration, I can't really smell anything. It just smells like clean air.
Oh.
Maybe that'd be helpful in environments where things are toxic or something.
Yeah, actually, when we went to the underground for that place, if I remember correctly, we were like getting our energy was getting zapped and such while we were there. I wonder if that mask would help going into the underworld.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. I could see that being pretty useful.
It's
Yeah.
entirely possible.
I just got a wooden cup.
Well, that's all? It don't do nothing?
Not that you have been able to figure out, Coda.
Yeah, it's just it's like I mean, she'll take it out of her bag and go, see, it's like, I mean, it's kind of wide, so it looks like it could hold like a lot of whatever, but yep, just a plain old cup. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's more than a plain cup because we took it from that place, but
Am I the only one watching Indiana Jones?
For those watching at home, what Coda is holding up in her hand is a humble wooden cup with no handle, only a simple stand and a hand-carved bowl. It is wider than it is deep, but that's it.
Maybe it's just like a soup dish kind of thing where you can serve lots of soup from it, from super special soup or something.
oh my gosh.
I wonder what happens if you actually put something in it. Maybe it changes it.
You want
Should I really be? I mean, who has the strongest stomach here?
Probably me, but
Yeah, it'd probably be the big guy.
Yeah. Clint, you want to test out something?
okay. Last time I touched something that was allegedly magical, I got cursed and things didn't go so well, but you've been touching it.
Yeah, and I don't feel cursed besides the usual. So-
Andre, you mind touching it a little bit for me?
Yeah, sure, I'll take care of it.
Okay. Just for a second, make sure I don't get zapped or nothing.
And Andre will just like touch he will touch the cup.
Nothing happens. It's just a cup.
Yeah, it's just a cup. At least as far as I know.
All right, let's give it a shot then. What you gonna put in there?
She's gonna look around the room and then grab like, what should I grab? Like, I guess maybe liquor or something.
Yeah, just a little. It's really big for a shot glass, but we'll make do.
All right, yeah. So she'll pour some whiskey inside and then like swish it around and then go, here we go.
All right. And Clint will put both hands on it and hesitantly raise it up and then give it a sip, or just really down the shot.
Tastes like whiskey.
Yep, that. I don't taste nothing different.
Actually, what are your virtues, Clint?
Courage, expression, intellect, and piety.
How many dots do you have in piety?
2.
Oh, yeah, just whiskey.
Yeah, just tastes like you poured something in there and hold on, let me look at it real hard. And Clint will squint at it as if trying to force something to happen and then shrug. I don't think it's filling up on its own, is it?
Maybe we should save that for Oliver to take a look at. He's the one that's able to actually see magic shit, ain't he?
Oh,
Yeah, that's a really good point. Oh, speaking of magic shit, I also picked up this backpack. Maybe there's something magic in it. And Clint will throw down a very large survival backpack.
Oh my God, did we all grab something?
Clint sets down a large survival style, very rugged looking backpack. It is in shades of primarily shades of like tan and brown, but has very distinctly Aztec style markings embroidered into it. At the bottom of the bag, strapped to the bottom of it, is what looks like it could be like a bundled up tent of some sort, made of very similar coloration.
It's pretty hefty here. I mean, not too bad. Strap's right, but I think we could go camping with it or something if we need be. I couldn't figure out no name on it neither.
Is there anything inside it?
Well, yeah, here, let me pull this out. And Clint will pull out just a compass.
There is a compass. There is also it looks like a filter that you would put on like a small fish tank, except that it's not, doesn't look like it needs to be connected to anything.
I got that thing. Hold on, there's also this, and he'll pull out a few pythons that would secure a tent should need be. Just, you know, survival things, camping supplies. Here, let me see what this does.
It is worth noting that every single time he pulls one of those out, they all have their own mark of power, though you get the feeling from how the power in the room kind of resonates. They are strongest when they are kept close to or used in tandem with the back. You get the feeling that if you took one of them away far enough, it may not work.
Yeah, it's pretty useful, I think, but can't figure out no name on it.
Clint, when you are holding the compass, you instinctively know which way is home, and how, like, you don't necessarily know how you would get there, like you don't know how which planes would get you there or anything like that, but you know exactly which way to like start moving in to get there.
Okay, hold on, yeah. If I point this way and I turn this way, I think if I just started walking in one really long line, I could probably get back to my old place.
Huh. Okay.
It's either that or I'm just really confident that whiskey was real strong.
Yeah, maybe it hikes up. Yeah, let's just have Mr. B take a look at all of this.
Yeah, maybe he can figure out who they belong to. We can return them.
Yeah, if nothing, if we can find who they belong to, we should definitely return these. And if they don't want them back, then I mean, well, it never hurts to have more bits and bobs and gadgets, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I've never had my own mug, so this would be cool.
Wait, won't? If these was someone else's and them someone else's don't want it no more, ain't it supposed to go back to like their mom and dad kind of thing?
Well, yeah, I was just meaning if they aren't like really jonesing to have it back. Some people just make things and they just sort of let whoever claims them keep them. It's about like, I don't know, some people fight over rights to things. Some people just like, oh, finders keepers. So depending on how they view it.
Okay, well.
Again, if
Yes,
they
I
want it
wouldn't-
back, then we give it back, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was figuring we would do, but I didn't think of the possibility that they wouldn't want it back. They're pretty useful things.
Sure enough.
All right, well, yeah, we'll just make sure. We'll see if Mr. B can figure it out. He seems a smart one when it comes to that kind of thing.
All right. Is there anything else you all want to talk about, or shall we get the show on the road and head back to Greece?
Back to Greece.
Greece.
Here we go.
All right, we will do a time skip, and you all hop onto a plane. You're in coach because it's not a terribly long flight, but you get there in pretty quick time. Once again, Ian and Pele have to be put in carriers, which they're less than thrilled about, but you get there. And then eventually make your way to the safe house provided by the Dodecatheon, where you walk in to find Alexandra on the couch reading.
Surprise, we live. We survived. We did it.
Well, that's good. Everything good?
Yeah. We
Yeah, we went.
didn't.
What you reading there?
Oh, just brushing up on some biology. And she holds up a pretty hefty, what looks like a textbook. None of you, well, no, Andre can. Andre can read that in Greek. It is literally a marine biology textbook.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm a
Looks
little
complicated.
behind in my classes. So.
Yeah, I can imagine.
What are you studying?
Looks like marine biology.
Yeah,
So
Like, do you want to?
that's
So-
my major.
like taking care of animals, but like in the water?
Yep.
Even after all that rough time on the water we had?
I mean, I was never in any danger of drowning, just losing my boat.
True.
I mean, that's fair, yeah.
You guys, she'll kind of shrug a little bit, but I'd have been fine.
It's okay. I know how to swim.
Yeah.
I think he's awake. We talked a little bit last night, and then he said he wanted to, I don't know, write a letter or something, and but he's been sleeping most of the day. I took him food and coffee and then came back downstairs.
Well, at least we can go check on him. If he's awake, then we can chat. If not, we'll just let him sleep some more.
Yeah. But if we go in there and he's awake and writing, you can be the first one that tells him pencils down like it's Old Testament times there, Coda.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, help yourself. And she'll gesture to the stairs. If you guys are back, am I good to clear out? I've got like an apartment and stuff I need to go check on, so.
Yeah, you've been, honestly, you've been a bigger help than we could have ever asked for. Thanks so much, Alexandra.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for helping out, yeah.
I'll consider our earlier agreement ample payment for the trip, but for this I may call in a small favor at some point.
Hell, you can call in anything you need. We're family.
Whoa, hold on. I remember this, Andre. We're not supposed to owe folks favors, no matter how big or how small. But we can make an exception. Alexander, you really helped us out, so maybe not like a super big one, but a little favor should be
I
okay.
did say a small favor. All I did was babysit an unconscious guy for a few days. It was fun.
I just wanted to clarify before Andre went and got us in trouble or something, you know.
I mean, that's fair.
Right.
Looking out, Clint, but I mean, she's family. If she asked me to help her out of body, I would.
Noted.
All right, well, you guys have fun. And she stands up and grabs a backpack. Very different kind of backpack from what Clint is carrying, but grabs it and gives a little wave at the door. I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah,
See
be safe
ya.
out
See you
there.
later. Be
Good luck
safe.
with your classes.
Thanks. And you guys are left alone and able to go upstairs and check in on Oliver.
All right, let's go bother a nerd.
Yeah, let's see if he's awake first. Quietly open the door.
Coda will throw the door open.
Oliver, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was about to see what they see actually is in the room. Oliver is shirtless, has taped like duct taped one of the cushions or pillows of the room he's staying in up onto the wall, and is currently just what looks to be like exercising his boxing skills on it. And he is in the zone.
Oh my god. She's gonna cover her face.
Oh,
Put a shirt on.
Shit, sorry, we didn't
I
mean to
didn't-
intrude. Oh, gosh.
okay. I have one second.
What are you doing?
He's hitting on
I
the
have
wall.
to.
He got real lonely. He's hitting on the wall. That's all.
Okay, I'll quickly throw a shirt on, wipe my face down. Hi, welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to see you're still alive and in one piece.
Yeah, I feel weirdly good.
I
Kind
can
of put us
tell.
through a
You're
bit of a
really-
scare there, man.
I'm sorry, it was unexpected. I was running on empty, and that kind of strain, I guess, really just took me out.
Yeah, do you remember what happened before you went out like a light?
I know I saw something, but it's foggier now. It was some sort of vision, I think.
Yeah, you had a vision about a feather and me, you know, having a real hard time holding on to it and crushing it, and then all hell broke loose.
Right.
But good
And,
news,
Okay.
we found a feather and I did not crush it.
Okay, good. That's good to hear.
Are you sure you're Mr. B? Because you're... Who wrote The Count of Monte Cristo?
Who wrote The Count of Monte Cristo, Coda? It was Alexander Dumas.
Uh-huh. And who's that Stoker guy that did...
Bram Stoker, the author of Dracula.
Okay, yeah, you're real. Yeah, because no one else just knows that stuff off the top of their head. So, all right, it's you.
Mm-hmm. You know, this isn't as weird for the other two. They saw me at the Myrmidon Island.
It's true. And Andre will show the picture that he took
No,
of Oliver in the boxing outfit with the leather skirt on and no shirt.
You were in... I mean, did he look good,
Sure
though?
was.
Can I see
Yeah,
it?
he looked pretty good. He
He
wore
did,
it
in
quite
fact,
well.
look pretty good. Turns out your teacher's pretty ripped.
Oh, bro, Mr. B.
He's been putting into weight, you know, putting on some pounds, throwing his fists around. You can see he's got a little meat on him now.
Anyway, the labor went well.
Very well.
Well,
Yeah, we did it.
Okay, good. Good. I'm proud of you guys.
actually, we've
Hey,
been
Oliver.
meaning.
As you were standing there and you have kind of like gotten over the initial rush of embarrassment and feeling like you have to explain yourself and put a shirt on, you realize that as they are standing there, each of them is... It almost looks like they're glowing a little bit more brightly than your magic senses usually like trigger for you. But when after a moment you realize that each of them is like carrying an item that they were not carrying before. Clint has a heavy backpack on his back. Andre has got like a helmet tucked under his arm. And there's something in Coda's bag that is putting off a very distinct glow all its own.
Kind of squint a little bit.
Yeah.
What else happened?
It's, we actually got a few questions for you now that you're up and on your feet. So when we got that feather, we found other things too that didn't belong to the people that we took it from.
Okay.
To clarify.
Yeah, a bunch of fallen Scions and Titan spawn motherfuckers.
And we were kind of maybe hoping if you could figure out what they do and who they belong to.
I can most certainly try.
Coda, you want to try first? I'm real curious about that thing.
Oh, yeah, sure. She'll dig in her backpack and pull out a wooden cup and go, it's, I got a cup. We gave, Clint whiskey in it, but nothing happened. As far as I know.
I was thinking it was like the Holy Grail type of thing, but I don't know how that myth kind of swings.
Yeah, isn't that also supposed to be like golden and with like gems and stuff in it?
Well, I mean, the whole thing was with like Indiana Jones was showing that Jesus was a carpenter, so a carpenter's cup.
Oh.
That makes sense now that you put it that way. I didn't get it at the time.
That's true. Why would he make a metal cup if he's a carpenter?
I just kind of shrugged. I never watched those movies.
What the fuck?
It's a book. Like
Indiana Jones?
one of the
Indiana Jones is a movie, but the Bible is a book, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That is, yeah.
Anyways, take a look at this, please, Mr. B.
All right. And I'll take it and I will activate Unlidded Eye to see what I can learn about this thing.
Okay. I don't have that particular book open. Can you read me what Unlidded Eye does exactly?
So yeah, basically what it does is it allows me to see magic that's not normally visible, and also reveals the threads of fate that entwine people, and I imagine objects as well. If fate's involved, I can kind of see it.
Okay.
And it also lets me know scions and other supernatural beings as legend scores.
Well, I would say typically, yes, this would allow you to see threads of fate tied to objects. Unfortunately, none of the objects in the room have threads of fate tied to anyone here. So that's not going to do you a whole lot of good. Items don't really have legend ratings, but we'll say that dot ratings can apply.
All right.
And maybe if you roll on a certain thing well enough, I'll let you at least know which pantheons a given relic goes to.
Yeah, I was about to ask if I can do the spell and compound it with a roll or something to maybe give additional details about what it does or where it belongs to or comes from, I guess.
Okay. Starting with the cup, that is a 5-dot rating. So it is pretty powerful. And you can tell from the kind of glow coming off of it and the feel of it in your hands and the way the magic feels, it feels like home. It feels very much like it might be tied to your pantheon.
Well, my eyes aren't sharp enough to make out any fine details as to what exactly it does, but I can tell you that this is very powerful. It burns a little bit to look at, and I believe it comes from the Tuatha pantheon.
Oh. Huh. Okay, so I guess I could research into that.
Better. Maybe we could find someone else who might know more.
Yeah, it's not like you guys don't know multiple gods that belong to that pantheon, so.
Yeah, I guess I could
I'll hand
send
that
a
back.
text to Mac. Maybe he knows.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, take a photo of it, send it to your connections. Maybe someone will get back to
Yeah.
us on it.
All right, here, hold it out real quick for me, Coda.
She'll do
Or-
like
well, before you do that, how keen are you on keeping it? If a certain god sees it, they might, want it back if it belongs to them or their children.
Listen, I would love to have a magic cup, right? Like, who am I to get rid of this magic cup? But I think we have enough drama behind us and enough trouble following us. I mean, but also I don't know what it does. Well, whatever. At the very least, let's just see who it's for, who's interested in it. And if I really decide I want it, then I'll say, hey, what can I do to get this magic cup from you? Or something like that. Just like you and Brahm.
Agreed. More or less. At the end of the day, if it's supposed to go back to where it's supposed to be and no one's willing to make adjustments to let you keep it, then maybe that's for the best to keep more trouble off our backs.
Yeah,
No.
I guess.
Make sure you smile real wide. All right, 1, 2,
No,
3, cheese.
she does not smile.
Come on.
You get a picture of a just deadpan stare of Coda holding a wooden cup like she's the most bored she's ever been.
Well, I mean, it'll do.
You do, however, what Coda does not realize, however, is that Pele has come up behind her and jumped up onto the dresser behind her and has faced his butt to the camera.
Oh, lovely.
I'm going to
Coda
zoom
got
in on that
photobombed
one.
by her own cat.
I'm going to zoom in a little bit to make sure that it fits the rule of thirds so that you can have like the cup in the upper right hand and just cat butthole in the bottom left.
Perfect.
Great.
Let me send this off. Y'all keep going.
All right. Well, I suppose we can go with mine next, and he just holds it out for Oliver to look at. I'm guessing by the design, this is something from the Amatsukami.
I would agree. That is something.
All I know that it does, it filters the air. I don't know if it filters anything else, but it definitely filters air well enough.
All right, let's see what I can make of it as I take a good look.
Are you carrying any of your own personal relics on you right this second, Oliver? Or are they like on the bed?
Yes, I would have the singing stone on me. That's going to be like around my neck at all times. War Master's Sight is probably like tucked away into my pockets, I guess. The Book of Stories, that one might be kind of on the dresser nearby where I can see it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the main thing you're sure of is that it's definitely tied to the Amatsukami. But you don't feel any different when you hold it. You can tell that it is not as powerful as the cup. It's got a 3 dot rating over a 5.
Okay. We assumed right. It's definitely the Japanese pantheon, and it's not as strong as that cup, but still formidable, I'd say.
Fair enough.
Stronger than anything I have.
Doesn't really fit my aesthetic, but I could just imagine some Scion running into battle with this thing.
Maybe you can modify the appearance. I don't know.
I don't know how much I want to go messing around with something that was like built a specific way. It kind of seems like rude.
Smart.
And then Andre will go ahead and just like hold it up to like the side of his head for Clint's picture, but he will just give like the biggest, like goofiest grin and a thumbs up, just like
All right, that's better. Okay, here we go. Now 1, 2, 3, and cheese.
Jeez.
And got it. All right, that's a good one. Here we go.
Like he's showcasing an auction item.
Well, I mean, the whole thing was that we were busting into a place where some shit was going to get auctioned off. So, I mean, that's kind of fair.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you should have seen it. Oh, it was so much fun.
Place was fucking packed, floor to ceiling. We had an alarm going off, so we could only grab one thing before we had to head out.
Right.
I
Glad it went well.
I don't know who to send this to. I'm kind of lacking on that side of contacts, unfortunately.
Maybe I'll see if Mia knows anyone that's part of the Japanese pantheon or any of their scions.
And you
I'll
also
send it here.
said- And you also said that you sort of have an idea of what it does, so that might be one that's easier to trial and error.
Yeah.
All right, and that leaves this here big old backpack, and Clint will turn around and strap by strap take off this giant rugged survival backpack, kind of open up a few of the pockets. You got this here compass, you got a like a big old thick straw maybe. You got some tent poles, and the bottom thing here is either a really comfy sleeping bag or maybe a tent. I can't figure it out quite yet. It's big.
Certainly better than a satchel. Speaking of which, I have no idea where mine went.
Well, maybe you can, temporarily you can hold on to this for a little bit. Well, we brought that with us, didn't we? Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's, I think we might have used all the glow sticks, but it should mostly all be the rest in there for you.
Yeah, I don't think we used anything else.
Yeah, most everything else we got on site and not just made use then and there.
Okay.
We got rid of the toaster strudels.
That's I prefer that.
As far as the bag goes, this is an interesting case, Oliver, because when he opens up the bag, it doesn't seem like it affects anybody else, but your depth perception is almost immediately impacted. Like the inside of the bag somehow looks much bigger to you than it should be. It's not endless space, but it does somehow seem bigger on the inside. The other thing is that when he pulls out the little filter and he pulls out the compass, those have fate threads running to the bag. There is also a fate thread that seems wrapped around what you are fairly certain is a tent that is also tied to the bag.
Huh. So I kind of stroke my chin a bit. If do I get like a sense of like how many dots it is and what pantheon too?
Oh yes, sorry. Well, the pantheon is obvious. Like you didn't even really need the glow of it to tell because it's got Aztec symbols embroidered into it. They don't mean anything. They're just decorative. And it is 4 dots. So more powerful than the helmet, less powerful than the cup.
Right. Well, Pantheon's simple. It's the Aztecs. It's Lanti. It's fairly bright. I'd say it's in between the 2 other relics that you guys got. It's fairly powerful. Based on what I'm seeing of it, if I were to guess, for starters, it can fit a lot more things than you would expect inside of it, and the stuff inside that you have there, the tent and the compass and such, are tied to it in some way. So I'm not quite sure what that might mean, but each of those items I think will be additionally useful as well. We do have a contact if we want more information on that. We have Lily and Lucas, and then their father as Catalapoca, but I think we might want to be careful about that because he does still owe us a favor, and he might perceive this as that favor.
Yeah, if we can, I think we should talk to Scions first. Gods might try to take more than, well, you know.
Right. So we can start with Lily and Lucas and see if they know anything and go from there.
All right. So these symbols here, I kind of figured they might like be a name or something, maybe spell out someone that it belonged to. You figure who it is?
Sure. Let me see. As I kind of like pull out the monocle War Master site, put it on, and kind of squint a little bit to see if I can read any specific words from the symbols.
Nope, just decorative.
No, they're just decorative, Clint. They're to look pretty.
They do look pretty. Okay. Well, here, hold my phone. I'll stand here.
Okay.
Get the backpack over it and shoulder a little bit and smile at the camera. Let me know when you're ready.
Yep. 1 second as I zoom in to only include the backpack and not Clint. And there we go.
All right, let me know when to smile.
All right. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. You're good.
Wait, I didn't. Where's the cheese?
Oh, sorry. Right. 1, 2, 3, cheese. As I've already taken the photo and I don't. I just pretend to take another one.
All right, thank you.
Oh, you blinked. We're just gonna have to crop it.
Oh, thank God. Every time. All right. I've never been good at taking photos, I guess.
Man,
Makes
it's all right.
sense.
Coda just shakes her head at Mr. B.
Just shrug.
We'll send this off to Lily and Lucas. All right, there we go.
Oliver, you see a very faint, very thin new fate thread form between you and Clint.
Okay.
Your lie has consequences.
Apparently so.
I mean,
Coda
to be
will
fair,
remember
he
that.
always sees the fate threads among like all of you connected to one another. This is just a new one. I'm sure it's fine. Doesn't mean anything.
Hopefully.
Okay. Anything else you all would like to discuss?
So before we, get out there and, see Steffan and such, what now? I figured we should do the what now before the elephant is in the band,
As in our exact next steps?
Well, maybe not exact next steps, because I know we are going to go to pick him up and, or probably take him to see his parent or something and stuff. But like after all of that, right? Like what now?
Well, I think it's been established that he's, at this point, our responsibility. We went through all these labors to help him pay his penance, and from there, it's our job to make sure he stays in line, I guess, that he fights for the right team.
So does Clint and Andre, are y'all like done with us now?
I mean, I got to check with Mom, but I don't know. I was just told to keep helping y'all out until y'all didn't need no more help, and best I can figure until Mr. B learns how to do what he was doing to the wall against other people, well, y'all could probably still use the help.
And she'll look to Andre.
If Dad says it's okay, I'd really actually like to stick with y'all. It's been a long time since I've been with, well, a proper band and been out doing field work, and it's been nice. And been nice getting to know y'all. If y'all have me, I'd like to stick around.
Upon Andre saying that, while he was previously keeping it all in, Oliver just looked so relieved.
Oliver no longer has to be the only keeper of the brain cell.
No, he's no longer a single father.
There are now 2 brain cells in the party, guys.
Mom and Dad are back together.
I think Mr. B would be very happy and relieved for you to stay with us. And I mean, how do I say this nicely?
Say it mean. I'm fine.
I'm trying not. You're actually kind of cool, right? Like, yeah, you're a massive nerd like Mr. B, but like his nerd stuff is like books and history and facts and shit. But you're like, no offense, Mr. B, like you're also still like cool. But like, you like build shit, right? You get your hands dirty. Not that you don't, Mr. B. Like I remember you do get your hands dirty. Like obviously, yes. But like it's different. So I think it's nice to have you. And Clint,
Oh no,
come
I
on.
think I still have a plastic shovel in my satchel somewhere.
Sure.
Let's see if there's a ladder in Clint's bag so you can climb out of that hole.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I can get you one of them. Maybe just some rope.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it would be cool to keep you around. And I think the three of you have kind of built this kind of shit. I don't know how to say. I like having you all around. I like Mr. B. I like you, Andre, and then I like Clint. And I guess I'm just concerned of what will happen once we get Steffan into the mix. Yeah.
I mean, every group's got to have the problem child, right?
Does it? Because
Ain't that my job?
I thought that was me.
Yes, it is. Especially because Clint, you sent it to the wrong person. The photo of the backpack. You sent that to me as I just show the phone.
Well, I mean, I didn't actually have their number. I figured you said you got their contact, and I looked at the picture and found out, I weren't in it, so I got another one in there just in case.
Okay. I can forward it to them.
Thank you.
And I will do that.
I mean, you could just share me their number. That way, it don't happen again.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that as well.
Awesome. Let me go ahead and add a contact here.
Andre's just smirking at all this when he looks at Coda. I think that when Steffan joins up, we'll make the best of it. The whole thing about being a band is figuring out how to overcome things together, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
So we'll overcome whatever comes up from Steffan being here. And hey, he'll be joining up with the full Irish breakfast over there, and he points over at Clint and Oliver.
Yeah, that's another reason I wouldn't mind keeping you around, Andre. I feel like it helps diversify a few more things, 3 Tuaha and then 1 Zejet. Feels like we're crowding Coda a little bit.
Yeah, if nothing else, she and I can just vibe with the syncretism that the Greeks and the Egyptians had to begin with.
Yeah, and I'm going to learn about that from the both of you. Because I don't entirely know what you mean, Andre, but yeah.
The Greeks and the Egyptians got along because they just were immediately agreed that, hey, our gods are the same, we just call them different things.
Oh.
Like instead of Hermes, they called them Tote, except they're different gods, but the mortals didn't have to know that.
So you're like cousins.
Very, very, very distantly, and only just by saying that we are, not like any actual blood.
Okay.
But hey, cousin, and he will hold out his arms for a hug from Coda.
She will watch and then go in for the hug.
Hey.
I'm just side-eyeing Clint.
Clint's sitting there, but Clint is actually deeply in his phone typing away. As he notices just briefly that he's being looked at. He looks up, Mom texted me back, and then he goes back to typing.
Oh. That's surprising.
Hey.
She says she just needs my presence and punctuality. That's... Oh, she is saying that she'll see us when we bring the boy for his adoption. That's how she put it.
Just pat Clint on the shoulder. One day we're going to have a talk about you and your mother's relationship, but not right now.
Yeah. Just put this over here for now. So, I got called to full English. What was that about? Could have sworn I heard that.
Full Irish breakfast. It was just a joke about how there's 2 Tuaha and, there's going to be 3 soon.
Are you calling the sausages and beans, or is that... No, that's the English. Never mind. No, you're right.
I mean, it is a sausage fest as well, but that's a different story.
I thought the Irish breakfast was just putting your whiskey in coffee.
I could get behind that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right. I just wanted to make sure that we're... not breaking up, I guess. But not that way. I just mean like that we're all as a group maybe still together and
I can say with some level of certainty that there are plenty of fate threads keeping us together.
Yeah, y'all can't get rid of me that easy.
perfect.
And I mean, hey, if we go fighting any other Titan spawn, who else would you trust to make the fun things out of whatever we take from them?
Right.
And he just like looks at him. Y'all been like taking trophies and stuff, right? From Titan spawn you killed.
I
That's kind of
threw
a
a
thing.
wolf into the ocean, but I didn't take no trophies.
And I
ain't that
hotboxed the wolf.
We crushed some irradiated zombies with a building.
Yeah.
fair. Yeah,
I
well,
threw a spear at one of them Fomorian folks, but I don't remember taking nothing from them.
Andre,
think
you
it
are
was more
rapidly
gross.
getting the impression that at no point did it occur to any of these people to take trophies. You're not even sure how many Titan spawn they've actually killed.
we're all gonna have to sit down and talk about working on that, because another big thing about being a Scion is taking trophies, because trophies can be made to be very powerful, like little mini relics in and of their own.
See, no one told us that.
Yeah, well, now you got someone telling you that, so there's gonna be a change.
All right, great. Even more reason to keep you around.
Yeah.
But right, anyway, as I said, very proud of all of you for handling that last labor. Sorry I wasn't there for it, but we should probably get a move on.
Yeah, Mom says she's expecting us pretty quickly once we get a hold of this feller.
Right, so how are we getting there? Assuming Steffan
We have
is still
tickets.
in Asgard? Tickets to Asgard?
We got tickets back to the States, that way we can talk to them.
All right, I'm sure
As a
someone will be there
reminder, an old member of your band was left behind to watch after Steffan. Maybe she has the answers to how you get to the Norse overworld, which is not entirely Asgard, guys.
You know what? I have an idea. As I take out my phone, I will text Sarah asking, hey, we are on our way back to the States to pick up Steffan. How are we supposed to get to you?
You see the little bubbles pop up with the ... that says that she's typing, and then they go away, and then they pop up, and then they go away, and then they pop up, and then finally you just get a pin, like a location pin of when you click on it to see exactly where it is. Look kind of like a seedy little biker bar.
Oh, fun. All right, that part's handled. Right, let's get to the airport.
All right. Who's driving?
Me.
Okay. I'll get to one day.
Okay. You all climb into the car and make your way to the airport, where you are all put up in business class, so you have bigger seats with more legroom. It's a little bit more comfortable, and you're able to lay down and sleep on your way back to the States, which is good because it is a lengthy flight and you're all kind of exhausted. If you did not last week when I told you to, please make sure that you reset all of your legend points, your willpower, and your virtue points.
Oh, and the virtue points.
Yes, that happens at the end of every story. You get everything resets.
Whoop, whoop.
Except any fate threads that you've built up. But I have a list of those.
I have a list of one of them.
Yes, because I wanted you to know that you were getting that one. All right. The flight is comfortable. It hits a little bit of turbulence somewhere over the ocean. But eventually you land largely without a problem. When you land, it is probably about 8 or 9 p.m. And the biker bar that you were directed to is like less than an hour from the airport. You land in Baltimore, by the way.
All right, I have the directions here. They were pinned for us, so we just need to go to a biker bar. So,
Okay.
like I said, fun.
Do we need to dress up and blend in?
I don't think so. I think they're expecting us as we are.
Is this where Sarah met her mom or her dad the first time?
I'll
You
check
weren't
the
there.
address.
You guys did drop her off.
We were
Yeah,
like
no, it is.
outside
It
in the
is.
car.
You did drop her off. Yeah, this is exactly where she met her father.
Yes, it is actually.
Holy shit.
Who was her
Another one of
dad?
y'all's group from beforehand, or?
Yes, she was a scion of Vidar.
Oh.
Vidar.
Andre, when he says Scion of Vidar, you are reminded of the stories that you heard of this band when they first got together and decided that they weren't going to kill Steffan Farger. One of them was a Scion of Vidar who actually did the bulk of the arguing in front of the tribunal.
Huh. That's interesting twist. Because Vidar's usually all about vengeance, so for her to not want to just immediately kill this guy is interesting. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, she was the one that actually pitched the idea to not kill Steffan.
Yeah, I heard that she did a lot of the argument for it, so interesting.
She is an attorney.
She must really like this fella to be, that engaged to the idea of keeping him okay. Is he okay? Are we going to have problems with him?
That remains to be seen, but thus far he has been amenable with the pitch we have given him.
Okay, he's a meanie, I get that. That's why he's locked up, but...
What I mean to say, Clint, is he has been playing ball with us.
Okay, I get having fun with the man, but I'm talking, is he okay to be around?
Hopefully so. We made a deal with him that if he were to pay a penance, then he and perhaps other scions of Loki, which he is a scion of, would not suffer as they have recently.
Okay.
So it's sort of in his best interest to continue being on our side. If he keeps that, it's our job to make sure.
All right, well, hopefully he sticks to it and we have a good time.
Yeah.
All ready to go back and bar it up?
Yeah.
I suppose so.
Let's do this.
Okay. You all... hold on one moment. I'm sorry. Minor technical difficulty.
You sure we shouldn't wear leather chaps and vests or anything like that?
They might kick your ass if you pull shit like that.
I mean, I look pretty good in leather chaps and a nice vest. Good old
assless
hat on top
chaps?
of it. Well, I mean,
Technically,
all
there's
chaps
no
are
such-
assless.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Yeah, they're
that's
not meant
the
for your
point.
butt. They're meant to hold on to the edge or the side of the horse without chafing up the insides of your legs.
Huh.
Hell, there were some pants way back before, cowboys stopped being cowboys, where they just had the leather as part of the pants. It was probably not very comfortable.
That's
Yes,
wild.
Clint, how do you know that much?
Oh, well, I mean, I've been around horses and folks before.
I was just sorry. I was just surprised you knew that much of the historical context as well.
Well, I mean, I played a little Red Dead Revolver in my time.
I don't know what that is.
It's a
It's
video
a-
game that's
yeah.
surprisingly historically accurate, from what I heard.
That's probably why I don't know it.
You know what? If we have the time, I'll play a little bit for you. I've beaten it all the way through, so I mean, the main character is a little, different than you'd expect, but he's all right. He's a good fella.
It immediately hits everybody just how very Texan Clint is. Things start to click into place for the rest of the band suddenly.
Yeah. Everything's bigger in Texas, including how Texans are.
Indeed.
Oh yeah. I mean, when I was in school, like even before the high school level, we had classes called Texas history. So you had to learn a lot about cowboys and stuff like that.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Did y'all have
does.
like, what states were y'all from again?
I'm straight from
We're
Baltimore.
all from Baltimore. So, well, other than Andre.
Andres was like, well, I'm from Kentucky.
So did they have like a Baltimore or a Kentucky state history that y'all had to study?
Baltimore's the city. The state is Maryland.
Oh, right.
As somebody who is a resident to Maryland in real life, no, they don't teach Maryland history. I mean, it comes up because it is a part of people like settling in the U.S. because we had some of the first ones, but that's it.
Texas history is a real class, by the way. We had
I'm
to
aware.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Which is funny because arguably Maryland is far more aggressively proud of itself than Texas is, which is wild. Okay, so you all, while this conversation is going on, load up into a rental car, I assume, and head for the bar.
I'm gonna, like, lean over to Andre. I'm not playing that video game. Coda's still trying to get me to play dating sims.
Well, I mean, don't play the dating sims, but you should at
I'm
least play
not.
something.
I don't see the point.
A lot of them have actually really good stories written into them. It's just you actually affect the story.
I'll think about it.
You make you a list of ones that I think actually could be really good books, and you can work your way through that first.
That's a better argument than the dating someone.
There you go.
Okay. When you arrive, the bar is clearly has quite a few people in it because there is a line of Harleys and various other custom bikes out front.
Ooh, those are shiny.
Damn, good make.
Why not touch them?
I ain't
Yeah.
gonna touch them. I know better than that.
Let's just get through this place and get to the overworld, shall we? I don't want to have to get into a fight with a bunch of mortals. Or Einherjar pretend to be mortals.
But if we're nice to them, maybe they could be nice to us.
Depends.
And how much money we got? Do we want to like buy everyone around when we walk in there or something? Make everyone really like us?
Maybe we just walk in, right? Like, just walk in and just act like we're supposed to be here because we're supposed to be there. Right?
Yes. That don't sound like something Scions would do, just kind of not being themselves and being announced or nothing, but okay. I'll take your lead on it.
All right. You walk into the bar. There are people. Everybody in here looks like they belong. They're in cuts and vests. There are some people who are playing pool. Some people who are at the bar. And sitting at one of the tables is a tiny woman who does not look like she belongs here, except that she is wearing a motorcycle jacket. She's got a short, like shaggy pixie cut brown hair, and she's got one blue eye and one green eye. And she is arm wrestling with a man who looks about 4 times her size. Like her hand disappears inside of his, and he seems to be struggling, and she's got a grin on her face.
Hell yeah, put them in the table.
And you can't hear what she's saying, but she's doing something to goad him along as they arm wrestle.
This is my kind of scene.
Bikers like betting, right? We can bet $5 on the lady. I got $5 on her.
I mean, that's Parker's bet.
I'm just standing in the back.
She looks up at you, and you can tell that like his whole body tenses, like he is trying to finish her off when he thinks that she's not paying attention, and her arm doesn't budge.
Shit, I made the right bet. Holy hell.
Yeah, no shit, damn.
Oh, do we go over there and interrupt, or should we let them finish, you think?
I mean, I figure if we give her a reason to finish up, well, she'll probably just go ahead and put him through the table.
Yeah, probably.
As if on cue, she kind of like leans over, still holding her arm in place. What are your names?
Oh, I'm Clint Brazos. Nice to meet you, ma'am.
Coda Massaquoi. Nice to meet you.
Andre Briscoe.
Oliver Bright.
Yeah, I'll be with you in a second. And she looks at the guy that she's arm wrestling. Sorry, big guy. I'm at a time. I can't keep having fun. I got business. And she slams his hand into the table without looking like it hurt at all. He looks like it might have hurt. At least his pride.
Hell yeah. Nice work.
And she will make her way over. Hey, sup?
Hey, how's it going, ma'am? We supposed to meet someone here, I think.
I'm Tamsin. You're supposed to meet me.
Tamsin, all right. Nice to meet you.
So you're taking us?
Yep, 1 second.
Yeah, there's no rush. I figure if you need a drink or something after all that hard work you just did, you got to take the time.
But I should really buy him around so he doesn't so he's not pouting when I get back. I have work for him. And she'll kind of look over to the bartender and pull out a couple bills and toss them on the table and point at the guy, and bartender kind of up nods. So she goes, all right, follow me. Office is this way.
Oh no, we're going to an office. I didn't dress up for this.
What's with you and being dressed up right now?
I don't know.
Not that kind of office, big guy. And she kind of pats his arm. And she leads you through the biker bar. People kind of give you weird looks, but it seems like when Tamsin is around, they're just going to give you a wide berth and not give you any shit. And she opens a door in the back that says office, and kind of like nods at it with her head. This way.
Yes, ma'am.
And you step into this like small coat closet of an office. And then she squeezes in with you. Hi, proper introduction, Scion. Tamsin, Scion of Njord. I was asked to open up the gateway for you, so here we go. Oh, you should know you're not going to be able to take this way back. I don't know how they're going to have you leave, but you're not coming this way.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll talk to Mom about it. It's okay.
Seems to be the standard for us.
Yeah.
And she opens another door that says it's got like one of those little like warning stickers that says like that suggests like the electrical work for the places in there. But when it opens to like rolling golden like wheat and long and tall grasses, with a distant like Viking style building in the background. All right, on you go.
Y'all go ahead.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Here we go.
Good luck.
Thank you. While they're going
And then
through
she
Tamsin,
shuts the door.
Almost gone.
Well, yeah. I was going to
Hey,
try and
dude.
get her number.
I know.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. All right, let's go to that building, I guess.
At said building, you meet Sarah standing on the in front of it, in front of the large doors. Hey, is it done?
Yeah.
It's about
All of them.
time. Good job.
Thanks. Good job to you for holding down the fort.
Well, it's not like I had to do much. I just had to keep him company.
How's he doing?
He's ready to get out. I'm not going to lie and say that he had a good time. Kind of hard to when you're having venom that eats away at your skin dropped on your face. So
Oh no, does he still have a face?
he has a face. He got healed. Or he healed up every night, but wasn't fun for him.
Andre
Yeah,
is biting his tongue.
Andre, will you make me an int and occult check, please? Or academics, whatever is higher for you.
They're the same, so here they go. Seven.
You weren't aware of exactly how he was incarcerated before. You just knew that he had been imprisoned. But from the sound of it, it sounds like he got imprisoned in Loki's cave. Maybe not in quite the exact same circumstances as his father, because you would guess that the venom being dripped on him probably would have killed him if it were full time. But at least at some times, he was apparently strapped out and subjected to the same torture. Sorry, I figured I'd throw that in there because I listened to After Dawn and found out that you didn't, that Andre didn't know. So, you all are led by Sarah towards what looks like really distant mountain when you start walking, but you realize that what should take hours to get to takes only a few minutes. And then you begin to ascend onto the mountain and up towards a large cave mall.
And we got to go in there.
That's the prison. Don't worry, you won't be there long. I should let you know, you've got permission to take him because they've heard about everything, but I can't go with you. I've got work I have to do. My dad's been chomping at the bit to actually send me out to do something useful, in his words. 2, we're not going to send you back the way that you came. You're going to have to go down the mountain itself. It'll take you back out onto the normal world. But you're going to have to climb down the mountain.
We were somewhat warned of that.
We can't just take like an airplane or nothing?
We don't have those here.
Okay. Well,
And let's just say that nobody here is inclined to do you guys any favors. So
I imagine.
Tamsin I had to call in a favor with. So
Is there anything we should look out for on the mountain?
I mean, it's a mountain in a very magical place. Maybe.
Are there like yetis or like?
I don't know. I've
mountain
never climbed the
goats?
mountain, Coda, except for the path that they keep safe.
Oh, so there's a path that they keep safe.
To the cave
oh,
and the
can't we just-
overworld, but not down there. No.
Oh. All right.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
y'all go on ahead. I'll be waiting right here.
You're not coming in?
I mean,
You don't have to, but
Probably should. Hold on, give me a minute.
I'll hold your hand.
That'll help, yes, please.
Give
Thank
Clint
you.
a pat on the back.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
After Clint has a minute to get himself together, the four of you step into this large cave maw and make your way down a path to the inside. Sarah continues to follow the way, and when she gets there, she pulls out a key from her pocket and moves over to unshackle Andre, who is still strapped to the stone. He is shirtless. Sorry, Steffan. I'm looking at the names in OBS to make sure that all of my stuff is set up, but I just looked at the wrong one. My bad.
Andre, how'd you end up there?
I don't know. Steffan, how long have you been with us?
And unlocks Steffan's manacles. All right. Time's up.
Well. I think this is a cave.
Okay.
This is a great start.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Clint Brazos, a scion of the Morgan.
You've met him before, Clint.
Yeah, it's been a minute, though, and I'm not happy to be here.
Neither am I, luckily enough.
And it's good news that you're getting out.
Yep. Thanks for that.
Well, still more work to be done.
Welcome to the band, Steffan.
Thank you. It will be my pleasure.
All right. Well, and Sarah kind of turns to Steffan and holds out a hand to shake his. I'd come along, but, well, we've already talked about this.
Yep. Thank you for your work.
No problem. They have my number if you need me. You're probably going to get a phone or whatever from your father once the adoption's done. So you know where to find me if you need anything. Please don't get yourselves into any legal trouble. Again.
We'll try our best.
Better. Feel free to get yourself into mortal legal trouble. I can handle that.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say if we do, we have your card.
Sarah will kind of look over at Coda and hold out her arms. One more for the road?
Yeah, and she'll give Sarah a hug.
She'll hug you back. Look over at Andre, hold out her hand to shake his. Sarah, sign of Vidar?
He gets a bit shaken out of the fact that he was just staring at Steffan, and then he looks to her and gives her a weak smile and shakes the hand. Andre, Briscoe, scion of Hephaestus.
Good to meet you.
You too.
Well, good luck taking care of these guys.
Yeah, we're done pretty well so far. I think I'll manage. And he'll just give a confident smile.
Well, for your sake and theirs, I hope so. I gotta go. I've already got a deadline I gotta meet. So, I'm gonna go eat I'm gonna go drink something that isn't mead, and that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I like mead. It's fine. It's just all I've had since I got here. So.
Yeah, I mean, familiarity breeds contempt, right?
Right. I'd like something that's, not meat and maybe something with some vegetables in it. That would be good. I never thought I'd miss broccoli. Here we are. Well, all I can tell you is that there is a path that branches east when you leave the cave. It's not very big. It's not easy to see. But I am told that will lead you towards the bottom of the mountain.
You good to walk and everything there, Steffan?
They haven't broken my legs, so should be.
All right, well, if you get tired, just let me know. I can handle carrying you.
I don't think I'm gonna get tired, but thank you.
Oh, that reminds me. And Sarah moves over to where there is a bag. You can tell it's hers. It looks like one of those messenger style briefcase bags, like the really fancy leather ones. And she opens it up and hunts around inside, and she pulls out what looks like a shot glass with a lid on it, full of some sort of golden liquid, and she hands it to Steffan. Don't tell anybody I gave you this, or that I snuck it out of the hall.
Well, thank you.
You should drink it now, though.
All right.
He will pop it open and drink.
What you are tasting is in fact mead, but it is the finest mead you've ever tasted. And all of you watch as the pockmarked scars that had begun to form on his face from the latest round of the venom being dripped into his eyes begin to heal over. Not unlike the apple juice that you guys have used in the past.
It's a pretty neat trick.
Gotta steal some of this more often.
No, you should not.
Yeah, no. Wait.
And again, you didn't get it from me. And she takes the glass and the lid and pops it back in her bag. I gotta go.
Fine. If anyone asks, we also have something that does something similar.
All right. She kind of reaches over and gives Steffan a very quick, firm hug, and then kind of gives a little nod. She looks a little bit like she is fighting back just the slightest hint of tears, and then she hurries out. Anybody who would like to can make a wits and empathy check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happily.
Singular success.
One
What?
success.
Wow, two singles?
Mine came from an auto success when I rolled 9 dice.
5 successes.
It is kind of amazing that it is Steffan of all people who got this.
Oh, I'm still rolling. Sorry.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
And no botch. True.
Also, Steffan has a botch in there, so I think it should be
Coda,
6.
you can usually just hit the up key and it'll open it up again.
Yeah, because I messed up something, so I had to retype it.
All right. Coda and Steffan, in that case, both get the sense that while Steffan was the one who was primarily the one being physically tortured, this wasn't any picnic for Sarah. Sarah was effectively like a prisoner. She had a little bit more room to roam than he did, but she was not allowed to leave. She hasn't gotten to see anyone who means anything to her in a long time. And for those of you who are familiar with the story, which I think at this point everybody should be, because I think we've done these roles already. Sarah was the one who was usually holding the bowl to catch as much of the venom as she could, which meant that she probably got hit by some splashes, but also that's a brutal workout for your arms to stand there completely still for hours upon hours upon hours. And know that if you have to stop, the reason why the other person is getting hurt is because you had to stop.
We do a little psychological torture.
Right.
Let's take you to your paw.
I think some fresh air might be good.
Mom's expecting you, so be on your best behavior and all that.
Oh, I'd never be anything else.
See, when you say words like that, but in that tone, it's kind of concerning.
No, that
Sorry.
sounds right to me. He's just got that kind of a voice.
Right.
I think it's heritage.
You know what? That's actually a very good point.
Coda laughs at that. This fucking asshole. All right.
All right. All right. So, are you guys headed out now?
Yes, please. Let's get out of this cave.
All right. You gather up Steffan's precious few belongings, mostly books and things like that. Bag them up and head out. Thankfully, Clint's got a shiny new backpack, so there's plenty of space for them.
Yeah.
Put that one here, put that one in there. I promise
What,
I'll remember where they are when we're out of here.
What books does he have?
Oh goodness, we're not getting into that right now. There is a wide variety, I would think. You get the feeling, especially from the ones that you catch the covers of, these are probably things that were brought to him by people who came to visit or were sent by people who couldn't visit. There's a wide variety of books here. And specifically for Andre, among the belongings that get packed up, you do notice a framed picture of a very pretty dryad that you have glimpsed around Damon's farm, but have also noticed doesn't spend a lot of time around the other ones.
No accountant for taste.
Oof. All right. You all head out. Are you following the path that Sarah told you about, or are you going to look for another way down?
At least I plan to follow that path.
Yeah, following the path.
Probably a good plan.
Probably a good idea, but yeah, let's follow the path.
We do not need another Yggdrasil issue.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was fun. Did a lot of
was not
climbing,
very
didn't it?
smart in hindsight.
Well, sometimes being smart ain't the most important thing. We went on an adventure together and grew closer as a part of it.
I need everybody to roll me Dex and Athletics.
Oh boy.
Well, 3. It's better.
5.
6.
Actually 7 for you.
Oh,
You got a 10 in there.
it's just 5.
Yeah, you have to remember to put in specialty.
Yeah.
Oh, but he also
Wait,
has
it'll double
6s
your
as successes, so yeah, I guess it is 6.
Hold on,
It's
let me
6.
fix it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd be
So
4.
he should be at 7. Steffan should be at 7.
But it
Yeah.
goes back down to 6 because he has 6s as a success as well.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, no, okay. You're right.
So
I missed
Clint
that
would
part.
have 4, 9 total. I had my modifier as my difficulty, apparently.
Okay. Well, the important part is that nobody failed.
Hey.
Andre struggles. Andre, you get into this like zone where you are so intent on staring daggers into Steffan's back as he walks ahead of you that you're not paying attention. And your foot comes down on a cluster of rocks, and before you know it, you are like sliding forward and trying to keep your balance.
Fun.
And Coda manages to snatch a hand out or reach out really, really quickly and like grab the back of your shirt and yank you upright before you like fall on your face.
Thank you.
You all right, bud?
Yeah, I'm getting distracted. I'm being dumb. It's fine.
Not dumb. Well, oh shit. I guess we're not human. Not dumb. Scion.
Yeah, we're
You have
close to the human
feelings.
race. Yeah. I'll clean it up. Thank you.
No problem.
You want to just hold my hand so you don't slip around? You can do that.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm good. If anything, I'll just I'll keep an eye on where I'm going, and he will just pull out his wrench and basically be extending it into Labrys just to like as a something to like latch into the ground to sort of slow his descent if he falls again.
Gotcha. Okay. You all make your way down. I'm gonna have you guys make a couple of skill checks. Just to make sure that you guys can work together to not encounter anything that, will try to eat your face, or if you do encounter it, to kill it. If anybody has survival,
I got one of them.
I will take a perception and survival from anybody who has survival.
It's the same as if I was doing perception awareness.
I'm sorry.
The quiet. Oh man.
Can I do intelligence and survival?
Oh, dang it.
No.
Oh. That's 2.
That's not bad.
1.
You said
You did better than you did perception and survival, but only if you have dots in survival.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Clint doesn't see a whole lot. Clint manages to keep people on the path, as I assume, is the one in the front. While it is Coda and Oliver who kind of keep their eyes open for sign of anything that might try to eat your faces. And it is pretty much only by Coda's grace that you guys managed to avoid the worst of the dangers. At one point, you do come across what look like these like vicious-looking like birds, but they're massive. But given the level of like firepower currently in the party, they do not last long. I'm not even going to make you guys roll against them. They're relatively easy to dispatch and chase off. When you start to get towards the bottom, like you can see, you can feel the moment when you are getting close to the edge of where the overworld stops and the mortal world begins. And as that happens, you see a man who is kind of stumbling up the path towards you and looks to be in pretty rough shape. He is wearing a pair of like green pantsuits and a green vest over a black shirt, but like everything is dirty and ripped up and torn. His black and like salt and pepper hair is kind of mussed. He's got scratches on his face and visible on his hands. He is armed, although the weapon isn't out. It looks like he's got a sword of some sort strapped to his back.
Oh, pardon us. We're just making our way down.
Are you the scions who've been doing the labors?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm so glad I found you. My name is Ozzy. And he collapses.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. Clint runs over and scoops him up. You okay? Wake up. Come on now.
Check his pulse, see if he's...
Let me feel.
Mr. B, is it normal that people are just walking here?
I couldn't tell you since the ace here isn't really any of our domains, except for Steffan, I guess.
Water.
Oh, water. Okay, yeah, I got that. Hold on. Shit. This backpack's got to have some in there, right? And Clint starts rummaging around in the backpack for a big old thing of water.
If you did not pack water, there's no water in that particular backpack.
Oh, shit.
Mr. B, do you have water?
I am checking.
Did you not pack water?
We did for a boat or a shipping adventure, but then the ship crashed and we lost most of it.
Yeah, we
We didn't know we were going down a mountain today.
Come
I
on,
mean-
y'all, come on.
I have whiskey, but that's not gonna help.
No.
Whiskey.
Right.
Oh, never mind. He said
What's the whiskey? Give him the whiskey.
Give him the whiskey quick.
No, but I thought he wanted water.
Both. Whiskey and water. Come on.
They're the same to the ace here. Just go ahead.
All right. She'll pour it in. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Is he ace here?
You don't know?
She'll not pour it in
Dude,
her cup.
there is a man who looks like he might be dying of thirst at your feet, and you are busy squabbling amongst yourself about whether or not you're going to give him whiskey.
We're
Give
bad.
him something.
no.
Come on, y'all.
I am. Damn. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to. I'm not putting it in the cup. Okay. And she'll like walk a little bit closer to him and kind of like, you know, like when a cat doesn't really recognize something, but it's like, I'm gonna sniff you out. She's kind of like carefully walking around him, and then we'll like crouch and like go, open your mouth, please. And then she'll pour like a splash in. Not the best tableside manner, so just like.
Oh.
It's a little bit. Hey, it sounds like he could use more. Come on. Give him a double.
Double. Okay, yeah, here.
Okay.
You're gonna get fucking dehydrated.
Okay.
Exactly. That's why I said, why would you give? Okay.
That's not what's gonna kill me.
Oh, no, what is?
I mean, hopefully nothing, but he looks at his
You look
hands.
good. Yeah, you look scratched up. How did that happen?
Fight. Werewolves. Wolf girl. You know the wolf girl?
Wolf girl? No. Y'all know any wolf girl?
Is he talking
Hang
about?
on.
Is he talking about
I'm
Gwen?
still reeling from the fact he said werewolves.
It's probably Gwen. She's always riding the fucking wolves all the time.
Gwen.
Oh, shit.
That could be, yeah. A couple of us got into it with a woman who commanded werewolves. At this point, he like sits himself up.
Okay,
She said she wanted something. I mean, she said she wanted a name. The name of the betrayer. Does that mean anything to you? And
So, hold on. Hi, Ozzy.
hi.
You said we? Who's the we?
Me and my band.
And
Where are they?
who are you the scion of?
Oh,
Coyote. And she only needed one messenger.
oh no.
She said she had a nuclear spirit, some entity, that there were bombs or something planted across the world, and if she didn't get the name, she'd use them.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Storyteller.
Can I get? He holds out for the bottle.
Clint slowly turns to look at Mr. B.
Wince. We at least didn't plant all of them yet. but still not good.
What?
We
Wait,
All of what?
Here. Here's the whiskey.
Thank you.
Coda's gonna keep talking to Ozzy to try to, like, you know, pull his attention so everyone else can do their own little side thing.
Oliver, were you trying to ask me a question?
Yes, I was going to ask if I could use Brehon's eye.
Absolutely. Spend your legend, make your roll.
Yes, ma'am. How many dice do I do for this? There it is.
Oh no.
2 successes. I only need the 1.
Okay.
Means I know whoever has the highest legend score, but I think it skips over quite a few people here since I already know most of them. But I get to know their highest virtue, lowest virtue, and nature.
All right, give me 1 second. I have to pull up the sheet. I didn't think I'd have to answer this particular question, which is silly of me. I should have known better.
Two of us here with Brehon's eye. What do you mean?
Looking around.
His highest virtue is intellect. Lowest is duty. And what was the other stuff that it tells you? I'm sorry,
And
I asked you
his
this every
nature.
time. Nature. Trickster, but coyote, so that fits.
Mhm.
Looking around him, is he accompanied by any ghosts?
No.
Okay.
You're the scion of Bastet?
No, not me. That's that one over there.
Yeah, you.
Why?
Thank you. I mean, people have been talking about your labors, you know, where it's been getting around.
Oh.
And I heard, I don't know, I'd heard of you.
So let's just. Sorry, this is all a lot all at once, and I just want to make sure we have all the details right. So you were with your band and you got attacked by the wolf girl, assuming that's Gwen, and then she sent you to give us a message? How did you know we would be here?
She was kind of, she kind of put the screws to us, and one of my band had sight. Divination. We didn't know she was gonna jump us until we'd already figured out where you were, so.
Right, and how did she find you or get you, I suppose? Was it an ambush or?
Wolves has been tearing up the countryside. Thought we could fix it.
Right. So a lot of silence.
Yeah.
So what's the play here? We give you the betrayer's name and then you go back to her?
Or we figure out who has the seeds, how many of them are out there, where they are, try to, I don't know, do damage control.
Right.
Well,
Wait, hold on. Why would she need his name if it's who we're thinking of? She already knows his name. So I kind of just look at Steffan.
This line of questioning ain't the best. May I ask? You said that you saw us before you got jumped. Why were you looking before you got jumped?
No, I didn't. I've never seen you guys before in my life. Seriously.
No, but like y'all
The
detected.
seer in my
who-
group saw fate threads
Yeah.
leading in this direction, and and I ran. And it's
Okay.
Are any of them alive?
he takes another drink and stares at the ground.
Yet.
Coda,
Mm-hmm.
make me a wits and occult check, please.
You got it.
Do you have occult?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I would also like you to add your rating and duty to this roll.
Yeah. To the dice rolled.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. And modifier. Okay. 6 successes.
You are standing and listening to this and listening to people go back and forth and trying to figure out why Gwen would be looking for the name of a betrayer.
Mm-hmm.
And it hits you at the core of who you are, like on a soul deep level, that there's, as far as you're aware, only one name Steffan has that most people don't already know.
Yep.
Continue the roleplay.
So, friend, you, shit, you gonna be okay?
I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be okay pretty soon.
Sounds like it. Do, Mr. B, those things that, you know, them things, there's only like 2 or 3 out there, right?
Something like that. We haven't gone around to planting all of them yet.
And you remember where you put them, right?
He
I know.
pushes himself upward. It was you?
Not by choice, per se. We were tricked into a deal that is having us plant them. We weren't aware exactly what they were yet,
Okay.
or at the time.
How many do you still have on you?
Less than half a dozen.
Oh.
What the fuck are you guys talking about right now?
Yeah, I'm wondering about that. What the fuck they mean too?
Seeds that are like nuclear bombs, but the idea of a nuclear bomb by someone who lived in Hiroshima or Nagasaki. Not just a bomb like you do it today, like a bomb like you'd imagine it, like poison the earth for centuries kind of bomb. It is death on a massive scale. And you say you've got 5 of them in your hand?
4.
In a bag.
Oh, well, that's so much better. He is shaking.
Guys,
Is there anything we can do?
Well, one of them is more or less in the middle of nowhere, in a field, so damage is probably minimal in that case. The other one might be in the middle of a city in Greece.
Yeah.
what the fuck, guys?
Again,
Look,
we did not know we were planting bombs.
Yeah.
It was seeds from a fucking, oh god. Y'all need like coordination on this stuff.
We were already given this talk by Shango.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a good idea would be to go back to them places and dig them up. And then we launch these seeds into space.
We
I
can't.
don't know if we have the time for that.
Right?
I don't think we do.
Well, we can get rid of these at least, right?
They have to be planted.
We made a deal to plant all of them.
I mean, you stick the bag in the ground right now, I can rip it out and toss it somewhere. I didn't make no fucking deal.
Yeah,
That's a
and
good
if the
point.
deal's just to plant them, and someone else comes out and rips them up, that's someone else's part. Doesn't
And Andre,
involve
you didn't make that deal either.
Just gonna throw it out there. You all are fate bound to an oath that you made to a creature that is pretty much more powerful than anything you've seen short of a god.
What is the name? Do you know it? Can we buy ourselves the time to do this? I'm all for destroying them, but can we at least dangle it in front of her?
I mean, what's in the name, right? Like, what could go wrong?
It's
A lot, if it's the right name.
Yeah.
My problem is
a bit
she already
too
knows
much.
his name is Steffan.
It got.
Well, she already
What?
knows the name. We're good.
Assuming what she means when she
No,
says
no, no,
the
no, 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 no,
betrayer
no,
is the
no.
person that betrayed her, that being Steffan.
You. What are you saying? With the baseball bat?
Coda.
Coda.
I think Gwen may want to know his true name.
Your name ain't Steffan?
Who is he?
He's been, locked up for a minute.
No,
We've been
you.
me.
No offense, friend, but Coda.
Yeah.
Please continue.
That's all I have to say. I just think that Gwen may want his true name, and none of us know
Okay.
that, so we'd have to find out.
And even if we did, this is a very serious matter, and I understand we need to act quickly here, but we've also just met you. Do we have any proof, like a letter from her, something with her writing on it, confirming that she sent you?
Gwen
So-
doesn't fucking write.
Is the blood of my friends enough evidence?
Well,
I would like everybody other than Ozzy to make me a wits and empathy check, please.
Okie dokie.
I will roll for Ozzy.
I got 6 successes.
Hey, I got 3.
Would it make sense to ask if I could use an intellect virtue?
No, I don't think this is just to tell if you believe him.
Yeah,
That's
alright.
all this is.
That makes perfect sense.
6 as well.
3. I biffed it.
Yeah.
Every single one of you believe every word that comes out of his mouth. He looks stricken and like he's in shock and just sort of operating on the desperate need to survive. You too, Steffan.
So
Well,
it's find the true name, buy ourselves time. That's your plan for averting the apocalypse?
I mean, the other option of getting rid of these seeds ain't seeming like the correct option, so we got to figure out something.
How about we get down from this mountain and actually take time to think about what's going on? Instead of making a plan here in the middle of a mountain, let's get you with some water and food in you.
Mhm.
You could be
Mhm.
going through
It's called shock.
shock. Yeah,
Right,
you.
right.
So let's get,
Our current advantage is Gwen
Yeah.
doesn't exactly have a way of knowing when you find us. For all she knows, you're still searching.
We
Just-
should
You ain't even
also-
got to walk. I'll hold
just,
on.
Just one thing. I gotta clarify here.
Yeah.
Because you're Steffan, right?
Yep.
a child of Loki who has been redeemed.
We'll go with that one, yeah.
And you guys redeemed him.
We're in the process of it, yeah.
But you don't have his true name?
I don't. I just know his name is Steffan.
I just got here. I don't have it.
You joined late, yeah.
Is that right?
Steffan, do you know your name?
We should really not be getting...
No, I just want to make sure that's the case. We're all agreed on that. Looks at Coda.
I think we should talk to his father first before we start talking about true names.
I was about to say, maybe Lugh can help us.
Yeah, if we can get to the Twaha, they can probably help us out here.
You don't know how relieved I am to hear you say that. If you guys had given up the name, this would have been so much harder. Unfortunately, this has taken a little bit of time, so we're going to have to mix trials 2 and 3 together. He stretches his shoulders, the blood and dust vanish.
What the fuck?
So, trials 2 and 3 are the verbal, you get to ask me questions, I'll answer them, and the physical, because you guys are the tip of the spear on something I've been trying to get done for a long time. And when you are a gambler, are any of you gamblers?
I mean, I kind of gambled earlier.
Right. So in a horse race, you check the horses. You figure out which one you like. And I haven't decided if I like you guys yet. So I'm going to try to kick the shit out of you now. And you're going to do the same to me while you ask me questions. And if you ask me dumb questions, I'll kick you harder. So, shall we begin?
Oh, shit. Hold on. Not really. Let me get my shoes on.
What is going on right now?
I am
Fuck with your shoes off.
I mean, they were on. I just
That
want
was
to
a
get my
dumb
coat
question,
ready.
sir. And he launches himself at Steffan.
Okay. Oh, shit.
All right, I need everybody to roll join battle. As a reminder, join battle is 1d10, and the modifier is your join battle score.
Ah, bitch.
Oh boy, this is something.
I got a 7.
I got. Oh, where's mine? I got an 11.
9.
That's a 12 for Coda, actually.
Oh, 12?
Yeah, because
it's
Oh,
your
because you
initial
added. It's
Yeah.
not the right 12.
Okay. Did everybody roll? Yes. Okay. There we go.
Got a 13. Damn.
13.
Oh boy.
All right. Highest is. Sorry, guys.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's about what I expect.
Is our friend Ozzy, quote unquote?
Ozzy is first to go. Thankfully, Steffan is on the same turn as Ozzy. So they get to go at the same time. Because Steffan is a, quote unquote PC, I will allow him to get first if he would like, or he can allow Ozzy to go first. As a reminder, Steffan, you don't have any of your relics, so you have no access to any of your boons or purviews.
Yeah. I don't have magic.
And you don't have a weapon or anything.
Yeah, I'm relying on Nax for this one.
Correct.
I think I'm going to activate Untouchable Opponent.
You can't have Untouchable Opponent. That's off limits. Did you not?
That's one you gave me.
Okay, to be fair, I gave it to you when you were the big bad. I should have had you remove it from your sheet. My bad.
All right, well, let's see. I think.
Would you like to take the lightning sprinter, and I'll allow you to use it for this once to add we'll say however many dots you have in Epic Dex to your dexterity roll twice.
Sure.
Okay. It's my bad. I should have told you to remove untouchable opponent. I just didn't think about it. Because nobody else has it.
Well,
That is understandable.
Okay. Ozzy, what would you like to do?
I'd like to place an open hand slap in Steffan's chest and knock him into the mountain.
Holy cow.
Not more than 4 or 5 feet into stone.
Okay. Noted. Steffan, roll me Dex and Athletics,
Okay.
and I will roll against you to see if Ozzy hits. Oh no, I hope you roll well.
Panic.
that's what you want to hear.
I've rolled like crap all week in every other game I've been involved in. So it was time for the dice to come online, I guess.
I'm adding double my epic dex.
What's your epic dex at? How
2.
many dots? 2? So yeah, you get to add 4. Your modifier is 4.
That's 6.
Yeah. Sorry, Steffan. It connects hard with the center of your chest and you go flying backwards into a sheer, the sheer face of part of the mountain that you guys had just barely managed to clear before you ran into this guy. And you embed slightly into the stone.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
Make me a stamina and fortitude roll.
Okay.
Also, what is your soak?
For bashing 6, lethal 4, aggravated 2.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay. You take 3 bashing. Thankfully, between that and your soak, it's not quite as bad as it could have been.
Right.
Indeed.
The question is, turns on his heel to face the rest of the band not currently embedded in a mountain. How do you stop a god?
With love and hugs?
That's a bad answer, Clint.
That answer.
Oh, shit.
Do we have to lock in that answer? Can I give a different one?
That was a
question.
interrogative questions are kind of a waste of effort in this situation.
Just
You
to be
don't have
clear,
time.
just to be clear, is anybody doing anything other than answering the questions?
If we engage physically, Clint is ready to engage.
Andre is raring up for the fight since he said it was going to be questions while we were trying to kick the shit out of each other.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Same.
Is anyone here willing to jump this stranger on behalf of Steffan?
Yes.
Yep.
Whenever it gets to our turn.
I'm asking, is anybody planning to jump him?
Yeah,
Not
Clint's
bad.
ready to go.
All right. Well, Oliver has the first round because Oliver rolled better than you two did.
Of course.
Woo.
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. Coda has the first
Isn't Coda
round.
there before
Coda
me?
goes before Oliver.
Yeah, I
My
was about
bad.
to say, I feel like there is someone else before me.
Coda, what are you doing?
Okay. This is. Why are you doing this?
Good question.
Not attacking
Holds up,
while you
holds up
ask
2
questions?
hands and
So-
gives a little come at me.
Okay, that's what I was. Okay, cool. So then, yeah, she's gonna come at him with the bat.
All right, make your attack roll.
Cool beans. Sweet gherkins. Okay, how much dice do I roll? That's this one. This is rolling to hit, yes?
Correct.
Okay. And then epics would be... Holy smokes.
Whew.
What'd you get?
11 successes.
Pretty good. 11?
Yeah.
Not high enough. Sorry, boo boo.
Oh, shit.
Oof.
You take a swing, and he deftly ducks underneath of it.
Not terrible. The purpose of this is to determine whether or not you are up to the tasks ahead of you, not just the ones behind.
You're fucking kidding me.
If I'm going to bet on a horse, I need to see it run.
All right. Next turn. Oliver.
Yes. I am going to do a spell where, for those who are able to see it, as it normally happens with Oliver when he casts spell, his eyes glow for a moment. But in this case, it is his bad eye that glows. Instead of emitting light, it's almost as if it's sucking it in, as I'm going to cast Evil Eye on Ozzy here.
All right.
So
make your roll and tell me exactly what that does.
So, let me find my rolls here. 7, cool. Oh no, I gotta retype the good command. And then, that is 5 successes, so that means that on Ozzy's next roll, plus an additional 5 rolls after that, so for his next 6 rolls, he is going to lose a number of dice equal to my present score, which is 4.
Noted. Okay. Would you like to ask a question since it's your turn?
Yes. So I will cast my spell. Who are you really?
That's a fun one. But it doesn't pertain to the task at hand. You may call me the stranger.
All right, stranger.
And fine spell work, but I hope you can do better.
I'm working on it.
All right. It is now Clint and Andre's turn.
You want to go first there, friend?
He really loves the questions, that one.
No, not that. No, not you. This is above the table. We're trying to figure out who goes first.
You go first. You actually got the.
I won't punish you for that. That's funny though.
Thank you.
What, you think you're safe behind the fourth wall?
Oh, no.
All right. Who's going first?
It sounds like Clint. Clint will ready his toothpick into the form of a bow staff and stride up a little bit closer. How much are you betting? And then he'll swing for the knees to try and sweep him off his feet.
All right. Take your swing.
Oh, beans. We did initiative, so can't just up arrow.
Yeah, that's what happened with me.
All right, 1 second. And can I also add courage to this?
Yes.
Thank you.
While that is happening, anybody who has an occult roll has permission to roll intelligence at occult.
Oh, yippee.
Intelligence and occult, you say?
Indeed.
12 successes.
10 successes.
Anyone else rolling?
We're good.
5 for Andre. No, wait. 9
Yeah.
for Andre.
5
4.
for Steffan.
For Coda.
Do we all have a cold? That's so cool.
Oh, I wasn't rolling a cult. I was trying to sweep.
Oh, right.
Okay. Would you like to roll a cult before we get back to your thing?
I do not have a cult at the moment. So no.
Okay. Anybody who rolled 5 or above knows that in some tellings of Old Norse myths, Odin was sometimes known as the stranger. He would show up as a stranger at people's hearths and ask for hospitality. How
In my mind.
how much did you roll to hit him?
12.
It hits him, but seems to bounce off harmlessly.
What the fuck? All right, you sturdy motherfucker.
You are the scion of the Morrigan, and you just hit me with a stick?
Yes, sir.
Ah,
How come you get to keep asking questions?
that was middling.
I know.
But you've also asked several out of turn. One more and there will be permanent consequences. You understand?
I'm afraid to speak so that I do not ask a question. Clint has no problem
All right.
admitting that.
Andre, your turn. Would you like to ask a question first?
Yes. Was any of what you said about the seeds real?
No.
Andre, what would you like to do?
Andre, just one quick clarification because this is the first time that I've been in combat. Are we allowed to do one knack and then attack, or is it a knack or an attack each turn?
In this particular combat, because it has story implications, I will allow both.
Okay, I'm going to begin because I saw how strong this guy is. I'm going to spend 3 legend points and activate Raging Bull,
Okay.
which will turn my wound penalties, if I should get them, into wound bonuses.
Noted.
And then Andre is going to try to basically come up from the side as Clint lunges at him and try to swing high and down.
All right. Make your roll.
Alrighty.
Hell yeah, coordinated efforts.
Only 8.
Yeah. No, you miss.
Yeah, well.
Aspect of the bull. Interesting. I have an idea for you.
We are back to the beginning of the round. I'm not going to have everybody roll again because that's silly. So we will just start with Ozzy.
As the attack comes down from above and he takes a back step to avoid it, your wounds make you stronger. Okay. He's going to grab the right arm and raise a hand to karate chop Andre at the elbow and sever his arm.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Let me make the roll
me now.
to make sure. Hold
keep
on,
in
let me
mind-
make the roll.
-4 to this if this is coming from Ozzy.
Oh yeah, no, I'm aware. Andre?
Uh-huh.
I hope you weren't attached to that arm, bud.
I mean, it was my favorite.
It was attached.
but
Yeah, previously
It was attached by
attached.
ligaments.
You all watch as this Ozzy's hand, just the side of his hand, like a knife hand, comes down on Andre's elbow as the other one grabs his wrist, and with a apparently incredibly forceful hit and a hard yank, the arm comes off at the elbow, and there is blood everywhere.
Craftsmen are only as good as their tools. Let's see how you do now. And he tosses it off past the horizon.
Andre,
Yeah.
you take 4 dots of aggravated damage.
All right. So
That's
noted.
after soaks and everything, so.
Yep.
Yeesh.
All right. In this moment, wait, hold on. How does Andre react? I know how Saul reacted. How does Andre react? What happens?
Andre looks to his arm and watches it fly away, and his grip on his labrys is tight, and he is just looking down at the stump and is just breathing heavily as the blood flows and the ichor in his veins burns. And he is looking less like the focused and mindful individual and more like the bull that Ozzy pointed out. Like snorting and letting out gouts of steam from his mouth.
Interesting. We are going
Sorry,
to
new guy, but I thought it would be interesting.
We are going to do one more round. And we'll see how it goes. See if anybody else walks away with missing pieces. All right. Steffan.
Hey,
You have
Steffan's gonna
pried
pop
yourself
himself.
out of the wall.
Oh yeah.
You are
well,
hurting.
Getting tossed partway into a mountain will do that. He's gonna hold his question until after he can do his thing.
Okay.
He's going to try and grab this person and throw them off the mountain.
Cute. Roll me roll me a clinch. You got to try and grapple him first.
All right. Dex, athletics.
Maybe it should be on your sheet under your attacks.
Oh god.
Sure, let's go for Dex and Athletics. I don't remember what the exact formula for clinch is, and if you don't have it on there, we'll go with Dex Athletics for speed.
All right. "13 successes.
13 is pretty good. Ozzy,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to do you want to dodge this, or do you want to let him grab you?
I would like to let him grab me.
Okay. You have a hold of him. It'll be you'll probably have to wait to next round to try and actually throw him.
All right.
The stranger puts an arm over your shoulder and says, "A solid attempt. But strength isn't really what we're best at, is it?"
And that makes it the stranger's turn.
Scion of the Morrigan. I understand you're supposed to be the strongest and most resilient member of your party. Let's test that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to lunge forward and punch Clint in the sternum. and send him deeper into the mountain.
No, this is my favorite chest.
Jesus, okay.
Yow, yow, yow.
Let me make my roll. Okay, Clint,
Yeah.
what's your dodge DV?
My dodge DV is 5 with an auto success.
Oof. Okay. And what's your soak?
Bashing would be 7, lethal would be 5.
Cool. Cool. His hand connects open palmed to your sternum. You feel and hear the faintest crack, and you go flying. And it's almost a little bit like a cartoon because the shape that your body makes is right next to the shape that Steffan's body made, except that you go deeper in. You are going to take 5 levels of bashing damage.
Ouch.
He made his own cave. That's pretty funny. Next.
I believe that's Coda. Coda, do you have a question?
Come on, Scion of Bastet. You're not the
So
cleverest member, but you're not the most foolish.
Gods in their shit talk. Let's see. What's going to end this fight?
There's a couple possibilities. I think you're good enough. You answer the question. Or a third thing. Or I kill you. Always an option.
Okay, cool. She's gonna just call out to the group who's still here. I think we need to do a Cerebus on this guy. We can't do this by ourselves. We gotta work together.
I have an idea.
Cool.
Your tactics have been exceedingly rudimentary thus far.
She's ignoring that and going to do Serpent's Gaze on him. And that I just spend a legend.
All right. Spend your legend.
Yeah.
When you try to lock eyes with him, it is like trying to do that to like a brick wall. You get the feeling that his legend is significantly higher than yours, and most of your tricks are probably not going to work as well. Not a bad idea, though. Oliver, you were next, correct?
Yes, I have an above the table question.
Yes.
That ritual from Cersei, does that carry over to next season, or does it end after this season?
It carries over to next season.
Okay.
Those are effectively indefinite until you've used them.
And I don't know if I want to use this yet.
Well, the battle's going in your favor, so...
Is it?
No, absolutely not. You're getting creamed.
Okay. I was like, I just lost an arm. What do you mean?
You have not managed to land. All of your fighters have hit me very well, and none of them have dealt damage. If you've got a big shot...
Out here.
All right. First, a question. Is us asking these questions making you stronger?
They told me the Scion of Ogma was the clever one. The answer is no, but that's a good line of thinking.
Mm-hmm. All right, then. And I am going to do a thing where...
Hold on. Before you do this, I'm going to warn you now because I know what you're planning.
Okay.
what you spend will not reset at the end of this session. It will carry over to next season.
Ooh, okay. Good to know.
You've already had your reset because the story ended. This is like an epilogue session. You don't get a reset after this.
Noted. That does change things. That changes a lot of things.
This is the epilogue.
Come on, hit me like you mean it. Do something crazy.
Okay. In that case,
Or
I'm going to do something else.
Answer my question.
Is it the same question?
How do you stop a god?
You trick
Hitting
him?
me hasn't worked so far. All right. Trick me.
That is something I need to think about. So can I do a thing where I move my initiative order to the bottom so I can come back before the round ends?
No.
Okay.
You can hold your initiative until the end of the round, but then you just lose it.
That's what I meant, more or less. Like, give me time to think.
You're going to give up your action this round unless you use it before everything resets.
Oh, okay. I see that. In that case,
Right, but you want to go last, is what you're saying.
yeah, like I want to still go in this round. I just want to go last so I can think about that.
Okay, that's fine. I'll let you go after Andre.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I guess that means it is Clint and Andre's turn. Clint is busy prying himself out of a wall right now. Andre? He who fights like bull?
Yeah.
Your turn.
First off, Andre's going to look at the stranger, the man who just took one of his arms, and he's going to activate a knack. He's going to activate Fight with Your Head.
My favorite.
Okay.
And if I have, I'm trying to double check if I have to choose or if it's just like it automatically happens.
I believe doesn't Fight with Your Head just impact your initiative?
No, Fight with Your Head means whoever attacks you loses auto successes.
Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, go for it.
Counteracts automatic successes, bonus dice, and benefits conferred on attacks, dodge, and parries by knacks, boons, and epic attributes.
That is fine. I will allow you to use that and do whatever you're going to do.
Andre is going to just look at the stranger. Why now?
Because it's kicking off. The race has begun. Or it's about to. God, a few minutes maybe.
The aloofness is just going to make Andre grit his teeth. And with the amount of trauma he's got, he's actually biting so hard that his gums are bleeding. And he's going to lunge forward, spitting the blood at the stranger and try to sweep low and basically like kicking his leg to act as extra momentum for his axe, since he's having to hold it with one hand now and doesn't have another hand to work with it.
Okay.
And he is going to pump his vengeance into this because he lost an arm to this motherfucker.
Go for it.
I'm going to spend a legend point to re-roll that because I think I can do better.
Okay, just make sure that any legend that anybody spends today, you don't get back at the end of the session. It's going to carry over.
Correct. It's 10 again. God damn it.
The dice have said what the dice have said. Unfortunately, he jumps over your strength.
Can I actually?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
I think he
misses one way or the other. So
the stranger puts up a hand and catches the axe at the heft And while his feet don't move from the stone cracks and slides a couple inches.
All right, that makes sense. Last one in the lineup, Oliver.
I will look back to the stranger here. I have one more question.
You used your question this turn already.
Also, if I
I'll
could
allow it,
ask
but
a
there are
second one
consequences for
for
multiples.
my action. I will accept those consequences. What? Just to be sure it's okay with Storyteller, can I ask the question?
Sure, but he did say there would be consequences.
Okay. What is the answer to your question?
Now see, if you'd opened with that, I'd have given you bullshit. But at this point, we're just about out of time. Gods feed on worship. Threaten their supply, they have to take you seriously. If I wanted to stop a god, that's how I'd do it.
And then something happens. There is a feeling like the entire world has inhaled around all of you. You feel the air get tense and thick and heavy. And you feel you feel the legend in the area get heavier. As a familiar face appears in the same moment. We're going to go one by one. In the same moment that this happens, all of you feel like your eyes were wrong this whole time. You watch as the man who called himself the stranger, who was going back and forth with you, suddenly looks like he is red-haired and blue-eyed, significantly younger, slight, not even armed. And it's like you're sure that this is how he has looked the whole time. Andre, the fury that you feel is there, but it is tilted towards a whole new face. And it's like the old face never existed in your memory. Coda, you feel like you were on the most intense trip of your life for like 3 or 4 seconds. And then that feeling falls away, and he is red-haired and blue-eyed, and he's wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and he's not armed. Clint, you climb out of this hole that you made in the mountain in time to look down and see your friends standing in front of a red-haired, blue-eyed dude. You're annoyed at him. You've always been annoyed at him. Fuck that guy. Like, from the moment you saw him, you hated his face. And it's like you don't remember what he looked like before. You think he always looked red-haired and blue-eyed. Oliver and Steffan, it is the same for you. And then, just because it is natural to turn towards the sudden pull of legend around you, you kind of glance over to see Lugh.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the god of being pretty good at stuff.
Oh, you have heard of me. Splendid. What are y'all doing dallying around here?
They were finishing their final labor. I wasn't consulted, you know. Peeved me off a little bit.
I'm sorry, who are you?
I wouldn't worry about it. Steffan?
That's not a great answer.
No. Steffan, I'll be in touch.
Go fuck yourself.
There we go. That's a little more like it.
Andre, it is about this time that your raging bullneck wears off and everything is pain, and you are losing copious blood and taking damage actively.
Can I rush over to him?
Sure.
I would like to immediately administer the last apple juice.
Okay. Andre, do you accept it?
Andre is going to see him pull out the flask, and he is full on dropping the axe and letting the labrys just collapse to the stone, and just holds the hand and pushes it away. I'll be fine. Just
Andre,
need to
you are
stop.
actively bleeding out.
Just stop the bleeding.
Coda, I'm gonna need help.
Yeah.
Andre, how many levels of damage have you taken so far?
4.
You take one more as
Okay.
you don't take the immediate help. Lugh, you can feel the legend and life in Andre beginning to fade quickly. And as you look over to see how bad it all is, when you glance back at the man, he is gone.
Figures.
All right, we're leaving.
And you all watch as Lugh, knowing that there is no time to spare to get you all to a typical way out, takes on another form. Lugh, what does it look like when you invoke the Avatar of the Weird?
So, Lugh raises his left hand and he gives a snap, and it seems to echo up and down the mountain. And he becomes surrounded by this black wind of shadows and becomes translucent. You can see right through him. He becomes almost ghostly in this moment. And as he vanishes, the mountain that is the centerpiece of an overworld begins to shake.
All right. From the mountain that you all were descending, stones begin to fall, huge and heavy, and they fall at rapid rates. It would be almost impossible for most of you to run. Maybe Coda, maybe Steffan, with their particularly high epic dexterity, could flee. But you all realize as they begin to fall directly around you that running might almost be more dangerous, even if you were fast enough, because they fall and it's like they're forming a circle around you. And some fall upright and a few fall horizontal and land on top of others. And by the time the shaking and the tumbling and everything stops, you all realize that you are surrounded by what almost looks like a recreation of Stonehenge. And in the open space between three of the stones that have fallen to create an arch is a glittering, almost pulsing view of a world of bright color. And it feels to Oliver and Clint like coming home.
On then.
Yeah, hold on. Just give me a second. Okay. Let's go. And we'll go through.
All right. You all step through and find yourself stepping into a place that feels like it's out of a dream.
I'm carrying Andre, by the way.
Okay. This place is beautiful and heady in a very similar way to the Aesir overworld. You can feel the legend coming off of this place. You can those of you who are already a part of the Tuatha De Danann feel like your soul and your legend is meant to be here. Lugh, where do you take them?
Right. One thing at a time. Lay him here.
All right. So I'll put him down.
Lugh will take off his jacket, fold it up, slide it under Andre's head. Well, you've looked better.
Yeah, I'll look worse too. And he'll just be smiling weakly, trying not to perspire too much onto the jacket, despite the fact his body is going into shock.
And Lugh, who does in fact have the health purview, will lean down to stop the bleeding.
Andre, you feel it's like a cold heat that starts in your shoulder and pulses down around the muscle there, and then forms up where you can feel where your elbow should be. And the skin begins to knit over as the rest of you watch. And you watch as color begins to return to his face, as somehow, with enough godly power, one can pull someone back from the brink of death, even restoring lost blood.
Yeah.
Lugh just leaves his hand on Andre's shoulder for a moment and looks at him. I regret to inform you, Andre Briscoe. You are tangling a wee bit too much with the forces of fate there. Now, like your father, you carry a physical mark.
I was told my dad I wanted to be more like him, but this wasn't what I meant.
Sorry. There's nothing I can do. You are fate bound to this wound.
And so I'll make it mine. But thank you for not letting me bleed out and...
Well, host responsibilities and all that.
I appreciate it. Was that who I think it was?
Who was it?
He
Red
called
hair.
himself the Stranger.
Said his name was Ozzy?
That I think was a lie.
Okay.
The lie felt wrong, and then the truth felt wrong too.
Was a bit of a self-righteous prick.
You know who that was, Steffan?
Not really. Nope.
All right.
Well, he called himself a god.
Yeah. But none of I don't think that the Aesir would normally attack us like that. Or toy with us.
And what was all that stuff about you kill a god by getting rid of his worship and stuff? Is he a god that is fading away?
Hopefully.
Didn't look like it.
Let me call in an expert. And he will turn, sort of speak to the sky. I was going to take you all back to the castle, but we need a bit of earth about to do what we're about to do anyway. Battle Crow, Washer at the ford. Your king commands you. I have a question.
Are you talking to my mom?
She hates it when I do that.
You all watch as a number of crows fly in. Probably the biggest murder any of you have ever seen. Even when she appears in the world, she doesn't appear as this many. It is like the sky blacks out for a few moments, and there is the constant cawing of these crows before they all begin to funnel down like a great swirling black tornado, and she appears as they dissipate around her.
You didn't have to make such a big production of it.
You didn't warn me that they were going to be here. I wasn't trying to hold back.
Well, it is what they have to say that I need you to listen to.
She turns her eyes to the group, and they settle on Clint. Child of mine, tell me what it is I'm supposed to know.
Well, we got the boy, as you called him, and then we got attacked by some feller who had a really weird question about stopping God. A God, whatever. Shit.
He asked you this question.
Yeah, he asked us, how do you stop a God? And then he told us that he was going to kick our ass until we answered the question.
And then he proceeded to kick our ass until we answered the question.
Yeah, he did pretty good.
She glances at Andre. I expect that's where the fate-bound wound you carry is.
He just thinks he smiles like he's gonna say something sarcastic, but then he just lets it drop and says, yeah, it is.
She glances over at Lugh. And I can see that you were the one who healed it.
I am.
Well, that'll be interesting to see what fate does with that. And she looks over at Oliver. What answer did you give him when he asked, how do you kill a god?
I asked him, what was the answer? And he told us that you get rid of their worship.
I see.
It turns out that hug and loving it was not the answer he was looking for.
No, that typically results in more of you.
What's wrong with me?
Not you in particular.
No, they're talking about
Scions.
Boning each other.
Thank you, Coda.
He appeared as a weird little fella. Red hair, blue eyes.
Jeans. Blue jeans.
That's not a description I know.
Said he was a sign of Coyote. Trickster god.
I'm also thinking might have been a lie, but maybe not the trickster part. I read his Enic. He definitely was a trickster.
You used a gift on him. You used more than one, and she's looking at Oliver much more closely, much more intently now.
Lugh follows and stares at Oliver.
I used the eye and then
You cursed him.
the other eye. That I did.
Oh, brave, stupid boy. And she kind of reaches over, and Lugh, you can see it. Assuming that you are going to utilize your gifts and magic.
Oh, certainly.
You can see as she reaches out and she wraps her fingers very, very gently around a new but very powerful fate thread coming off of Oliver. It is pulsing red and is all negativity. but it is much bigger than it should be for having cursed just a normal person or even a Psiod. It would have to be a particularly powerful Psiod. Well, on the bright side, he did this and that makes my life easier. And she'll turn back to Lugh. I'll go have a look in the waters. You'll have to give me some time. Perhaps you can take the moment to induct our newest family member.
Indeed.
She looks over at Steffan.
Well, what should I do?
Probably say hello at least. I mean, you just been standing there all creepy like this whole time.
Well, I've been thinking you don't need to talk to think. It's a good
You
lesson
do
to
that?
learn.
Some of us can. Don't worry your pretty little head about it.
Some of us can also walk and chew gum. We'll figure it out.
Whew, that is an impressive feat. Now go on, go say hi.
The Morrigan walks past most of you and stops next to Clint and reaches up and kind of rubs her finger along the underside of Ian's beak. And Clint, that part of you that is bound to your bird, can feel Ian relax. He has been tense and in some pain since the heist, and it seems to have faded.
There you go, buddy. Thanks, Mom. I don't know
course.
how you did it, but he seems better.
He is of me, as you are.
Can you, do that to me, too? I got hit pretty hard.
I have to look at something. I don't remember if the Morrigan has the health purview or not.
Just take an aspirin.
She shakes her head. Not my gift, I'm afraid.
I'll be good. It's okay.
Perhaps your king will see fit after the ceremony.
Yeah, I won't bother him until after.
And she glances back at Lugh, and then there's another eruption of crows, and she takes off.
Right. This is not complex, but it is important. So the four of you will stand behind him. Steffan, you come forward. Take a knee with me. And he puts one knee in the grass.
All right, will do, boss.
He will move up and knee into grass.
Now you take your right hand. You dig it into the earth. Feel it around you.
All right.
He will dig his hand into the earth.
I am going to speak some words, and you are going to speak some words. You'll know what to say when it's time. And he digs his own hand into the earth. He looks Steffan in the eyes. As the earth holds the roots of the tree so that it may grow tall and bloom, so do I hold you, my son, from this day until the last day. You will be more than I ever could be. For everything that I have, and everything that I am, is now the place from whence you shall begin. Go forth, child of fate, hero of the people, king of the fair lands. Do good, bring justice, and know that wherever you go, you carry our legacy.
I plant my roots here and accept the glory and burden of your love. Let my saga wither and die should I fail to walk the hero's path, defending the weak and protecting those who cannot protect themselves. Let the gods rejoice and let the wicked tremble. I am Steffan Vargar, scion of the Tuatha De Danann.
Lou's hand flexes just a little bit, and everyone can feel fate wrap itself around Steffan, both binding him to his new family and imposing a geas upon him.
God damn. Sorry, Lou damn, or whatever.
Either works.
And you said it was not complex. Was that it?
Is this what it feels like?
That's it.
Steffan, as you take your oath, for a moment there, it feels like nothing happened. Like it's all done. You're not entirely sure where the words came from, but you felt them come to you from somewhere inside of you. Like your legend was telling you exactly what you needed to say and what you were supposed to feel. And then all at once it hits you. You feel moored to something. You feel a weight that settles into you, but it's not like dread. It's something like deep, driving purpose. You understand that if you don't hold to the oath that you just took, it could very well kill you. And you are suddenly terribly, terribly aware that it has probably killed others to not hold to oaths like this one.
Well, fuck me. Guess I gotta fucking buckle up.
That you do, boy. Lou stands up, wipes his hands off. That you very much do.
So is this what it's like to have a parent for y'all? You got that rock in your stomach?
I
I
don't
think that's just faith.
Yeah.
No, I think Lou threw it.
Well,
Oliver, you have very much felt similar. Maybe not quite as powerful as Steffan, but you have very much felt a very similar weight in your stomach when you took your first oath. Same with Clint.
I wouldn't say it's part of being having a parent, but it is part of being a part of this one, this family.
Agreed. It's our burden. And also,
Does that make you like a cousin or a brother?
I do
Lou,
believe
what do we call
I
this
was called
kid?
a king, so do what you wish with that.
well, technically we're all kings.
Yep, sure, go off.
Nah, he's right.
All right. But, I mean, even kings call each other things, right? So, do we?
Let's just go with Clint for now.
But that's my name.
Yep, I call you Clint, you call me Steffan. No need for honorifics.
All right. I guess so. Okay. Well, welcome to the family, Steffan.
Congrats.
You gonna try and really stick to that whole protecting the folks what can't fight for themselves thing, or are you gonna just bullshit and we're gonna have to waffle stomp you later or something?
You won't be needing to do the waffle stomping on that front.
Oh, okay, cool. That makes it easier.
Yeah, I kind of feel like if I don't, shit's gonna go sideways a bit quicker than I'd like.
Well, then you have signed up for one hell of a job. In the case of knowing that if you don't do it, you're in trouble, Here, I'll extend my hand. Welcome to the family more proper like, and get up off your knee. Come on, we got, drinking and shit to do.
I know there's a reason I liked you.
I like you too. We get along real well. I mean, even before, you revealed yourself as who you really were, we were palling around and having a good time. I don't think that'll ever change, Lou.
We're all still pretty spruce.
Yeah.
Lou, would you like to stay here, or would you like to actually show them where you were originally going to take them?
Nah, come on. I'm sure they've put a spread up.
Oh, we got food too? All right, let's go.
Should have got out of prison earlier.
Where precisely would you like to take them? Are you taking them to Falius, Gorius, Phineas, or Murius?
Let's go with Falius.
All right. You all are led, first of all, down a long path towards what looks like a collection of glorious, beautiful trees. As you get close, you realize that you are walking towards an orchard. It is a massive grove of apple and oak trees, on which you see, I should say, above which you see, it looks like the grove grows up along a hill, and around it. And at the top of the hill, you see two massive trees, one oak and one apple. And the two trees have twisted together like a pair of lovers and grown into the shape of a throne.
Hey, Lou, I got a question for you.
Hi. I'm shocked.
Oh, yeah, I know. I got a lot of them. But what came first, you figure, the seed or the tree?
Nothing grows without a seed.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I think that answers the whole chicken and egg thing then.
Did you just ask a god about the chicken and the egg?
Well, yeah, kind of. But
You
in a
also asked for
different
their phone numbers,
situation.
He does.
Yeah, I already got his, though. We're good.
You all kind of skirt around the edges of the grove rather than walking into the middle of it, and make your way to the north. It took me a minute because they didn't put the direction. They put the direction at all three of the other ones. He takes you around and to the north, where you see a great city of ice green spires touched by frost. As you get closer, flying around the snapping banners are white ravens. And oddly, as you draw in, the sky above you goes from sunshine into twilight in like rapid time, the closer you get to the city, until when you are there, it is twilight and pale stars are shining down on it. It is like that is the only light that is allowed to touch the city. As you make your way in, you see some of these beautiful, graceful, thin people in and around the city as you draw in closer. All of them have slightly pointed ears. And when they see Lugh, all of them drop into deep bows or take a knee as you pass. until you are met at the doors of a great ice green palace by an ancient bearded man. He has a long white beard. His hair is perfectly white. He has very, very pale blue eyes, not too far off of your mother's eye color, Clint, and those very long pointed ears. He is wearing a deep green like robe and carrying a staff, and he wears a diadem of pale silver set with a gemstone that glitters like a star. It's hard to actually look at it directly. It just looks like glittering light. And he bows before Lugh. This is Morfessa and the Regent of Falius.
Morfessa, my son has come home. There is to be a feast.
It is already prepared, my king.
Splendid. Come on then, you lot.
Oh, food and drinking? Hell yeah, let's go.
Wow. This place is crazy.
I like the colors, though.
Steffan will bow to Malpheus as they pass by.
Morfessa.
Morfessa. Okay.
Completely different name. You all make your way in. You are led down a long hallway and into a massive feasting hall with a long. There are several long tables that run along the length of the room, but there is also one large table at the head. Every table here is already laden with food. It smells incredible and slightly overwhelming to those of you with higher perception than others.
Whew. Is this all for us, or we got other friends joining us?
You do see people beginning to filter in. It is mostly people with those pointed ears. But as time, Lugh, where are you going to have them settled?
They are going to sit to my right and my left at the head of the table. The head of I get whatever would be the high table.
Yes, that is the long table that kind of faces the rest of the room.
Yep. I do apologize that I'm going to make you talk just a wee bit more, but before I can talk of the future, I need to know something of the past. My son, I know what he has been through. I can see some of what ye have been through, at least very recently, says with a nod to Andre. But if he'll give me and the hall some idea of where you've been and what you have learned, then we will talk of what is yet to come.
Whew, that's a big ask. Mr. B, you want to take point? You got the story thing pretty much taken care of, and we can embellish it here and there.
Sure. So I will stand up. We have been many places, both high and low. We have seen many things, met many people, both friends and foe. And we've learned a lot and done much. Each pantheon set us on a quest, a labor, and for each pantheon, we completed said quest. For this pantheon, we went into a underworld infested with Morians. We recovered a stone that hatched into this dragon here, who is now a very good friend of mine. For the Amaterasu, we ventured into yet another underworld to recover a sword. We made a deal, one that is still haunting us, and we have learned from that to tread more lightly with what we promise to do and what we're willing to give up for what we want. For several pantheons, we were able to celebrate or research or write our thoughts down, all in the name of freeing this man here, as I gestured to Steffan. We showed Ganesha one hell of a time at a classic vegetarian Texas barbecue. We found the proper place for a property and who best deserved it. And I wrote one hell of a thesis that I think Huang Di is too afraid to admit was pretty darn good. On top of that, we did much more, but I don't want to take up all the space because for some of them I wasn't even present for. So I think my friends would like to also say a few other of the labors we did.
As Oliver was speaking, other figures began to filter in. Among them is a large, broad man with a very large belly and a thick red beard, who is accompanied by a younger man with a very kind of lithe, almost swimmer's build, long blonde hair, vibrant blue eyes, very delicately sculpted features. He is beautiful. To the point that, Coda, despite the fact that you're not into dudes, some little part of you kind of swoons when you see him. He's maybe the most beautiful being you've ever laid eyes on, and it takes effort to look away. You also see a goddess that you are already very well some of you are well acquainted with, which is Bridget. I think, no, only Steffan hasn't met her yet. Given the nature of Andre's father, he would have also met her at some point, probably. Sorry. There is a woman with light blonde hair and sky blue eyes who looks ageless, but somehow impossibly old. Beautiful. She's got this quintessential kind of motherly look to her, despite the fact that she has this face that makes you think she couldn't possibly be more than 2021. Another man with a silver hand enters, and a man in pale white robes. In about his 50s, with long white hair held back by a headband, and a very neatly trimmed white beard and mustache. You see Mac, dressed in like a Hawaiian t-shirt, and you see Ogma, who kind of hovers, who takes a seat. They all sit up near like the head table, but not quite at the table itself. They sit on at the ends of the table closest, so that like they are looking for having the best view of what is happening. Whoever was going to go next can go next.
Andre will stand up next. When I was asked to join this band with their labors to assist them as they were going to be were doing work for my pantheon, the Dodecatheon. One of the first times I felt resentful as I found out who they were. Their reputation had preceded them. And my father was asking me to throw in with the people that were going to rehabilitate this man. And he'll look at Steffan. This man who has taken so much from so many of us. Who took my Aunt Moira, one of the best people I ever knew. And I was bitter, deep down. Hateful about what they were wanting me to do, asking me to go along with. But I grew to know them, to understand them, to see the people that they were, not just the reputation of a band of individuals. I grew to respect them and to see them as friends. I saw how they interacted with those around them, how they truly were, not just what people were saying. And I've come to see them not just as a band I am working with. They are my band. I met my Aunt Moira again within the underworld of my pantheon. And she told me to move on, to live, to not dwell on what has happened, to be happy. And I have learned to do so, no matter what happens. I will not regret. He looks down to his arm and then looks to the band. No matter what happens, everything that I have done and that has happened to me, I would go through again for these people. They are my family. And I would die for them.
There is a raucous cheer from that group of particular individuals, which is shortly thereafter followed by all of the others in the room as they cheer on the proclamations made by Oliver and Andre so far.
Coda, do you want to go next?
Yeah. So, I'm not the best at these big speeches, but this journey has in fact been one. We started out as confused humans, not really knowing up and down, left, right, or the ABCs of being a scion. And yet we took on a task to rehabilitate someone that didn't get a good first chance. And we surely did start to learn the ABCs of being a scion and being in this world and the tasks we've had to do. And a lot of us have grown. We've grown confident. She will look at Oliver. She'll look to Clint and go, smarter. Andre, she'll go, forgiving, maybe? I don't know. And I'll say I may have nipped at a few heels of a few gods and scions. But we grew. We're growing, and hopefully, not hopefully, she's gonna look at Steffan and go, we will all be growing and changing together for the better. Yeah?
Yep.
Amazing. So, what else did we do? We went to deliver some flowers to shit, what's his name? She doesn't say that. That's me. Hades. We delivered some flowers for Hades to Persephone, but we had to do a kind of a mass delivery. It was a cute attempt. Not a cute attempt, a cute proclamation of love. So we did that. Faced the sea. Greek sea, mind you. And I'm not gonna point fingers, but someone here said that they hoped for an eventful and memorable journey on a Greek sea. Someone said that to Poseidon. I'm not gonna point fingers at who said it, but but let's just say the ship almost crashed. This ship pretty much crashed.
I was about to say almost.
And, you know, it was terrifying, but it was also a hell of a time. We ended up in a place. I still to this moment, and she'll look to the group and go, I kind of still don't believe that we were truly there. Or we were, or we weren't there, but we ended up somewhere. We got help from another Scion. And during that time, well, I guess I can't talk about what happened afterwards. That was you guys. You did the chariot races and all that good stuff. Maybe one of y'all talk about that?
Oh, yeah, sure. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, go off.
Ladies and gentlemen of the wondrous court here, you've heard from the rest. Now it's time to hear from the best. First, everyone please, a round of applause for these brave adventurers who have stood up to the tests and trials and tribulations that have led them here.
There is clapping and banging on tables, and the very large man with the heavy belly and big beard is the loudest of them all.
All right, so that's what I like to hear. Now, come on, folks. We have been through the shit. We have been up in the skies. We have climbed mountains. We have fallen down trees. And by gods, we have survived. We've engaged with all sorts of manners of monsters and myths and legends. We have dealt killing blows to the things that stand between us and our future. And we have survived in the face of demonstrable evils. We've dealt with Cretans who have sent wolves after every one of your children, who have sent wolves after folks who you know and hold dear, and by gods, we will finish what we have started. But in the meantime, our past has caught up to us. We have been working hard. We have been facing down Jotuns, Fomorians, if you will. We have fought down spirits. We have managed locked doors in a very efficient manner. And we have even had one hell of a barbecue, it is true. Now, Coda here has talked briefly about our games, about honoring the dead. And it is something I'm sure you all are aware of, something that you hold dear, to respect and to honor those who have fallen. So instead of just talking about our tasks, about talking of how successful we are, victorious we have been, I raise my glass. And I expect you all to do the same.
Everybody raises their glass.
To all those who have fallen along the way, who have transitioned onto their next phase of their brave adventures, as we have done so is the same. To all of our children who have been lost, and to those who have now, he gestures over to Steffan, to those who have been found, to all of us, alive and dead, that we may continue this struggle. that we may find peace and love and comfort amongst each other's arms, and that we may find victory in our future. Today, I drink as much as you do to bring up life, to continue forward. Look, folks, let's just have a hell of a party. And that's when he drinks.
Everybody else kind of looked like they weren't sure when they were supposed to start drinking because Clint just wouldn't stop talking. But when he finally drinks, everybody else cheers, and they all down copious amounts of probably whiskey, beer, that sort of thing.
It's funny that you mentioned transitioning to your next stage of existence. Lugh stands up. Now for you, Andre Briscoe, and you, Coda Massaquoi, your parents will be in touch, but we have spoken. And the next stage of your existence starts now.
All of you feel the weight of legend increase around you, but it's not coming from anyone else. You feel it pulse through your veins, and much like the day that you were awoken, the day that your ichor began to burn through your veins, you feel it here again now. It is intense, it is painful, and it is glorious. It is like the best burn you've ever gotten from a really good workout, and the best feeling you've ever gotten from, in Coda's case, smoking copious amounts of very good supernatural weed. It is intoxicating. You can feel the world and fate look towards you as you feel your power increase.
Andre Briscoe, Clint Brazos, Coda Massaquoi, Oliver Bright, Steffan Vargar. Call upon the powers of your blood, and do raise you. Ye are now demigods.
Shit, I got chills.
Wait, what?
There
growing
is
up.
To the club.
there is a swirl of activity as the crowd below you cheers, but the cheer is cut off quickly as there is a swirl of activity around the high windows of this place, which all fall open in synchrony. They don't fall to the ground and shatter, but they tilt inward, and in flies a massive flock of white ravens, which begin to fly in a circle that gets tighter and tighter and tighter until the Morrigan is standing at the center of the table and staring at all of you. Well, that's good. You're going to need it. My king.
You have something to tell us?
The man that attacked them, that gave them this test and riddle to work out, is no other than Loki, Lugh Smith himself. Not seen for 30 years. Returned to the world now. And he is fate-bound to all of you, but especially to you. And she's looking at Oliver.
Well, that's
Go off, King.
And you all can feel that as much as this entire place was celebration and mirth a few moments ago, it is tension and hypervigilance immediately. You watch Ogma stand and leave the room abruptly. The large man with the belly, who looks like he is a mountain of muscle, stands and begins to shout in Irish, and you can tell that they are war commands and you notice some of the people with the pointed ears begin to get up and hurry from the room. Those of you who speak Irish can tell that they are war commands. Everyone is moving except the Morrigan, who looks very still.
Well,
What a dickhead.
Mom, sounds like sticking with these folks, ain't I?
You'll have to. It's the only way any of you survive this. This is not the first time, Lugh, that you have heard the Morrigan speak in this way, but there is a weight to her words that to someone with your sensitivity to the weird feels like prophecy. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we are going to end Season 3 of Scion Apotheosis. Thank you for joining us. We've had an absolutely fabulous time telling the story to all of you for the season. Thank you for sticking through it all and for tuning in every week. You're awesome. We will be back next year with Season 4